The Bostonian is Matt Perrault.
This is our city.
The book is Dave Sharapan.
Pay him. Pay that man his money.
Together, they are the Bostonian versus the book.
You covered! You covered 12! I covered!
Follow the show on Twitter at Boston versus the book.
How do you like Bearman?
Bringing you the best insight on sports betting news, Matt and Dave's daily picks, and an entertaining and unfiltered dive into the sports betting industry. Here's Dave Sharapan and Matt Perrault.
And here we go.
It is day 2, Media Row, the Bostonian versus the book. Dave Sharapan, the book, Matt Perrault, the Bostonian. We are live on our YouTube channel. We replay on SportsGrid every single night, except for Sunday. And we are on SiriusXM, channel 159. Matt Perrault, Dave Sharapan, guests, and more guests all coming today. How are you, sir? Day 2. I'm already tired.
You're all dressed up.
You
went corporate on me. Unbelievable. You're wearing white.
You know why?
And
you know why?
And blue.
But you know why?
I didn't get the memo.
You know why?
I don't know what's going on right now. What happened?
I am 8-0 ATS, betting North Carolina.
Yes, you are.
Wearing this jersey. I'm calling it a jersey. Wearing this jacket on. So I had to wear this today because I'm dead scared of my bet today. I laid 7 with Carolina. The number's coming down. They're at home. They're taking on Clemson. They beat them by 10 last time. Yeah. So it's a heavy number. So I had to wear it to get myself, hopefully, some good juju in the world to let me go here. So I can get a W.
Right.
I got to get a win out of this. That's why
That's fine.
I decided Monday and Tuesday were going to be my dress-up days. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I'm going to go way cash.
Okay.
And I'm going to start. I haven't worn a BvB hat yet. I haven't even worn a hat yet.
Yeah.
So hat starts to come.
I got hats covered.
I
got hats covered. We'll get that taken care of. Everybody here, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Jack's doing an unbelievable job making sure we sound good. We got guests coming in.
Yeah.
Keep up. We'll do the best we can. We got graphics and stuff now. We really ramped it up. We got a lot of good feedback on this thing behind us.
It's phenomenal.
Changed some screens.
Yeah.
Changed some sets. Things are working.
Things are rolling. AJ Perez, Front Office Sports, is going to join us here in about 20 minutes. He broke a story last night about an interesting insider information scandal with a sports book, so we'll get to that story. We'll talk to David Bearman from Pro Football Network. He's going to come on by. Derek Stevens from Circa may be here today or tomorrow. We'll see, but joining us right now, Robert Littal is sitting down from Black Sports Online, BOS himself. How are you, sir? Welcome back to BvB.
Right,
good to see you.
I am doing well. And first off, I'm impressed. You got the nice carpet. You got the graphics.
Right.
Look at these chairs.
We've grown up in the world.
I have a bad back. I got a 3-year-old. This is beautiful. I want to stay here all day and just hang out.
Wait, you got a 3-year-old?
I have a 3-year-old.
Are you able to keep up?
No. No. My 3-year-old teaches me stuff that I didn't even know. I was like, this is a banana? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's count to 100 for the 500th time? Oh, yeah, let's do it. I love my little girl to death. Keeps me young.
Amen to that. We're girl dads, too. So.
I got 3. He got 1. I'm on the little further ahead of you. He's not too far ahead of you.
Yeah, a little bit.
Change your life.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that'll be great.
All right, so last night I got a chance to see you over at Media Night, opening night, whatever you want to call it. What do you make of that? Because I was impressed by the number of Niner fans who were there, and it felt more. The energy was higher for the Niners than the Chiefs. That means nothing, but it's just an observation that it feels like West Coast Super Bowl, right? The West Coast team is going to show out.
Yeah, it's become quite a spectacle. Yeah. I was just telling people I've done 15 Super Bowls, and I remember it used to be on a Tuesday morning. You go coffee, it'd be in the stadium, it'd just be 100 media people there, doing questions, very casual. And now it's like the Royal Rumble. While I was trying to ask a question to Deebo Samuel, they were shooting T-shirts in the stadium, and I couldn't hear. He couldn't hear me and everything. I think it's great for the fans. One thing I like to look at is to see which of the athletes or which of the players seems a little overwhelmed themselves. Some really get into it, but others. I thought Brock Purdy's eyes were a little bigger than usual.
Yep.
This is a different, level, of event. And I think it's fun for the fans. I think it's another way for them to make money because everything was sponsored. Everything, opening night sponsored by this, sponsored by that.
Yes.
It's definitely something that's not going away. But, yeah, I did feel like it was more 49ers fans. But, can those fans translate to the stadium because we see what those ticket prices are?
Yeah, very expensive.
Yeah.
Everything's expensive.
Yeah.
So this is number 15 for you. Number 1 in Vegas.
Yes.
I think they're coming back. I mean, I think things have started to really, everybody's eyes have been open. Would you have ever imagined that Vegas would have been on the list of places, 1, to have a team, but 2, to have this spectacle?
No, not at all. I came to Vegas the first time in 2008 for Floyd Mayweather, Ricky Hatton
Oh,
fight.
what a fight.
Remember that when all the Brits came down?
Yeah.
And I vividly remember what Vegas looked like at that time. It was still, Vegas.
Yeah.
But what it's become in regards to the T-Mobile Arena and the football team and the WNBA team and the hockey team and the Cosmopolitan and the Aria, and then going farther down, now the Fountain Blue. Their expansion, I would say, in that last, what I've been 15, 20 years from going there, it's amazing. And I think basketball is coming, and then, baseball is on the way, and now it is like it's like an LA, it's like a New York, it's like a Texas when it comes to sports now. And I got to be honest, I didn't see that back then because they were so dead set against it. But now everything is sponsored by, the SportsGrid and everything, It's very encouraging. And they even asked Commissioner Goodell, they said 10 years ago, you said this would never happen, and point shaving and all this. And it's like, that was 10 years ago. And not to go Johnny Manziel on you, but it's definitely going to be in the rotation, I think.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And one thing that's interesting, because we live here, the weather here this week is not typical. Everyone's going like, what is going on? It's raining like crazy. What do you make of the overall presentation of the city? Like when you come in, how does Vegas compare to other cities? Because for us, we've said this is a more compact, everything is very close together. That can be good and bad. Like LA was really spread out. All different areas they had stuff. Arizona, same thing. It was all spread out. Only thing that's spread out is where the teams are. They put those teams on the moon compared to where we are here, but everything else is really localized to the strip.
They didn't want a Eugene Robinson situation. But I always believe.
Google it. They don't know what you're talking about, Robert. Eugene Robinson, Atlanta Falcons. We'll leave it at that. Go.
I like it when it's more compact. I feel like you can get to more things. I think the events for the sponsors and everything are easier to get to. Vegas, Miami, New Orleans. I always feel those are the best Super Bowls. There's nothing wrong with Arizona or Tampa or in L.A., but, I'm out there in L.A., and they had a Super Bowl there, and I didn't go anywhere. And I live there because, the idea of the traffic, the idea of getting, taking an hour or 2 hours to get from one place to another. Well, now I can hop in an Uber and go down the strip and go see Marshawn Lynch, go see Ocho Cinco. Hey, The Rock is going to be here,
And trying to get him on the show. I don't think he's going to make it. Trying my best.
Yeah, and I think that's an advantage that Vegas has, is that they know, and the biggest advantage, hotels.
Right.
You have so many hotels. You can have more people in town than, say, a New Orleans, which you have to spread. You have to go farther out. Or Indianapolis or something like that. Here, everybody's just sitting here. They can go to their preferred hotel and spend a lot of money. I think it's going to be not every 10 years. I think it's going to be every 4 to 5 years Vegas gets a Super Bowl.
That's exactly what I heard as well. Now, as far as the game.
Yes.
The way Kansas City has been an underdog the last 2 weeks, not really expected to be here. San Francisco, during their games, despite being the 1 seed and the favorite, trailing in both at halftime, having to come back and win. Did we get an unexpected matchup? And if so, what do you think most people were talking about outside of the media.
Yeah, I feel like there was a lot of people that were interested in the Ravens, Lions, just for the freshness of it. Lamar Jackson, Dan Campbell. Think you'll get a little more quotes and things of that nature, a little more fresh stories. Obviously, the NFL wants Taylor Swift here. They want that. They've made that very clear. I do think because it's a rematch, and there is a lot of players that are still there, the biggest difference between the 49ers when they played the Chiefs is the quarterback. Jimmy G had an opportunity to win that game. The 49ers defense held Kansas City to 10 points for 3.5 quarters. And Jimmy G just couldn't make that pass, that run. That's the difference between, I think, the 49ers winning and losing. Well, Brock Purdy, when they've gotten behind, he's made that pass, that run. He hasn't looked great, the entire game, but people don't remember that. Remember what the last thing you did. And I think that's going to be the difference. Will he turn into Jimmy G? Will he turn into Mr. Irrelevant? Or will he make that run, that pass, that third down conversion, that big play? Because I think it's going to be a close game all the way through.
You mentioned Taylor, so I want to ask you about Taylor's boyfriend for a second because I'm curious, in your community, one of the line of questioning last night to Travis Kelce I found pretty interesting because the Travis Kelce haircut has become somewhat of a controversial thing because black people are going, what are we talking about? He has a fade. This is nothing new. We've been having this cut for a long time. Is that in your audience? Is that like a legitimate conversation that the Travis Kelce cut is a controversy?
We're sensitive to that type of stuff because we've had a lot of things hijacked, from us. Back when Spike Lee was doing movies, we would say, stay woke. And it was a way of saying, not a way of being political. It was a way of saying, hey, pay attention to what's going on around you. Drive the speed limit. You don't want to get, pulled over. Watch out for certain things in certain neighborhoods. Stay aware. And they just took it. They just took it. I saw there was a movie and there was a gay person in the movie. Not a big deal. And they was like, this is wokeism. And I'm like, how do we get from here to there? So I think there is a sensitivity with the protectiveness of our culture. We see things like the Kardashians take certain things and things like that nature. And I don't think it was Travis Kelce specifically because in general, people have liked Travis Kelce over the years. And, he kneeled when Kaepernick kneeled. One of the few that weren't black that kneeled, with Kaepernick. Well, I think we're just sensitive and it's like, hey, it's a good looking cut. I've gotten it for years and everything. Like, it was in the New York Times. When I talk about media, years ago, when I said this is what media is going to be in 10 years, I got laughed at when in my headlines and things like that. And then you see the New York Times doing stories on Travis Kelce haircut. I just think they freaked, out. I'm glad that he at least acknowledged it.
He tamped it down last night.
Okay, now we can move on. He said it, and hopefully, whatever the next thing is won't be as bad.
It's awesome.
We're in the gambling space, and, we talk about the gambling stuff. I worked in books for 20 years, 25 years. LeBron James and DraftKings did a deal.
Yeah.
The crown is yours. He's the king. Right? Like, does that surprise you? I mean, you want to talk about what things were like 10 years ago and them taking stuff and using, they went and got the most visible, active player in basketball, only second to MJ in history, and put a sportsbook deal together.
Yeah.
Surprise you?
No, because when you look at the advertising now, you can't watch a game that doesn't have a sports book involved.
Right.
You'll go around here. I see Jamie Foxx's face on every billboard, MGM,
everywhere.
What I've learned is that
Kevin Hart.
Oh my God, Kevin Hart. Oh man, those are not good commercials. But I like Kevin Hart. I'm not trying to go. I'm not trying to go viral or anything. I like Kevin.
He doesn't watch the show.
You never know. But the money that's been put behind it, and once the leagues were like, it's okay now. They have so much money. It's gambling.
Right.
The house always wins. So for every guy you see over there that won a parlay for, $100,000 off of $5, there's 10 million guys that lost $20 trying to make that, same parlay. So that's how that works. And you're a Vegas guy, so you know that.
Saying the quiet part out loud, as Dave would say.
Yes, I love it. That's it. That was great.
Out loud. What do you think of the NBA, you mentioned it here. Who's a better owner for Vegas, Shaq or LeBron? Because there's going to be a big fight coming down the pike here. LeBron has made no bones about it to the commissioner. I want to own a team. I want Vegas. Shaq has been more quiet, but Shaq's got more businesses here in Vegas. He's invested in the community. He has the Big Chicken franchise, which is now, I think there's 4 in Vegas now. He's got Shaq's Fantasy Lab, which is over at the mall, which I just went to. Is awesome, really cool. Who's the better owner for Vegas?
I think they want LeBron to be the next Magic Johnson.
Okay.
When his career is over, I just think that they want that overlap not to be, much. Like you said, Shaq has been doing various businesses for many years, but when they walk out there and it's Adam Silver, he wants retired LeBron, right there. He wants LeBron, especially in a new market, especially if it's an expansion team, because if LeBron's the owner, that's automatic fans right there. Yeah. You know what they say about the Bron stands and everything like that. So you automatically have someone in close proximity that's going to probably be at every game that wants to be involved, all the social media conversations about it. It just brings more buzz to it. Now, I know he's a billionaire, but now these franchises are going for $4 and $5, billion. So, does he get some help? Can he be like Michael Jordan? Can he be the majority, owner? I think that's what he wants, to be the guy in charge. And I think they're smoothing that path for him to retire and walk right into that.
What year would that be? Because he just watched those. Trade rumors are out there. They're still out there.
He may never retire.
I think he's going to play with Bronny.
Right, 2 years.
So let's say Bronny comes out next year.
Okay.
I think he tries to play with Bronny. I think he goes, like you said, I think he goes 2 more years.
Okay.
And if I believe is right, the TV contracts are coming up, and then they're going to probably announce expansion, for that. So I'll give him 2. But he does seem like he can play for 5 if he wanted to. But I don't know if it's going to be in Los Angeles forever because they're such a middle of the road type of team.
What is the feeling around LeBron in Los Angeles? Like, is he a Laker because he won a title in a Laker uniform, or is it sort of like, yeah, he's our guy kind of now, but when he walks, we're going to kind of forget he played for us?
He's never going to be Magic. He's never going to be Kareem. He's never going to be Kobe. He's probably not even going to be Shaq. I think they're going to appreciate what he did and getting the title and bringing him back to relevance. But when you ask any Laker fan, true Laker fan that's been a Laker fan for a lot, there are LeBron fans and then there's Laker fans. Yeah. They say, where does LeBron rank?
Right.
And, they're going to they may give you, some even James Worthy before they get to LeBron. Wow. They're serious about the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s.
Yeah.
They hold Kobe in such a reverence. He's never going to overcome that. But I do think he's done enough when they have those conversations about the great Lakers. He's going to come up.
20-time NBA All-Star.
Yeah.
I mean, it's when you say that out loud, it's hard to fathom.
Yeah.
The All-Star game is next week.
Yeah.
What do you do after this week? As everything that you do, like what is post Super Bowl like for you next week? You take
I just roll. I roll right into
you, right?
Just another day.
Yeah. I said my resume.
That's the biggest Laker fan or LeBron fan over there you could possibly get.
My year never ends. I go from NBA. I go from NFL to NBA. I go to MLB. Hell, I do a little even hockey. Once we start getting close to the Stanley Cup, I do some hockey. The Olympics are coming up. I do the track and all of that stuff.
Be busy.
That was one thing when I started in this business. I said I was a fan of sports and entertainment.
Amen.
I wanted to be a rapper. So I had music and sports. And so I said, whenever
you got a rap in you?
I used to be a rapper.
Yeah?
Yeah. You ever seen the intro to my headlines?
My goodness.
Dave raps on this show.
Yeah. So I was always like, I wanted to do everything. I never wanted – I felt one of the things about being independent for so long was that nobody could stop me. So I don't go to as when I was younger. I would go to anything that I can go to.
Yeah.
But I still, I have people go to the Final Four. I have people, college basketball, hockey, the Grammys. When we had somebody, at the Grammys the other night. So
perfect.
Yeah, this is what I love to do. It's not a job. You know what I mean?
Right.
For 20 years, I've been doing something that's not a job. My wife is like, oh, you're going to get up and actually work today? I was like, hey, She's like, what did you do today? I was like, I ate the food at the stadium.
Right, yeah.
That's hard work.
Right. They don't understand. They don't always understand. I've been fighting that battle myself. Who's your first, favorite rapper? when you were a kid?
My first favorite rapper, believe it, Kool Moe D.
That's my guy.
How you like me now? I go to
How
work.
you like me now?
Wild Wild West.
Guy.
Kool Moe D.
That's my guy. That's
my favorite rapper of all
time.
time is Tupac.
Okay, yeah,
but when I first got into rap, it was Kool Moe D and LL Cool J, Run DMC, Rakim,
all of them.
Will Fresh Prince, DJ Jazzy Jeff and the brand new funk. I'm definitely an old school rap guy.
Get you out here on this. The internet has become. This is no longer Radio Row. This is now Media Row.
Yeah.
We're just on YouTube right now. We're on every day on the internet. You were one of the first sites that I thought really took advantage of the explosion where you put content out every single day. You are a content creating machine. You put out headline after headline after headline. Where are we going? You were on the forefront. Where are we going here? Is traditional media out the window? TV, radio gone? Where are we going?
Well, I think traditional media is trying to be more like us.
Yes.
I've preached
ahead
that for
of
the
the
last
curve again, huh?
Yeah. It's kind of like the fade and the woke. They saw what I'm like. You look at the TV shows; they're entertainment shows now. They're not. Back when I used to have the sports reporters, where outside the lines, in the middle of the day, and we used to do the Will Bonnet. They used to be more serious about. Now it's entertainment. It's WWE, and I think when you see a New York Times doing something about a fade and Taylor Swift, they're looking for numbers. They're looking for engagement. The way that you make money now, back in the day, we could just talk about the news and the advertisers. Advertisers now is like how many views you got, how many likes you got, how many subscribers you got. Are you on TikTok? Are you dancing?
Yeah.
And, you see that. The ESPN said something interesting, I thought. They're like, Pat McAfee's not getting, maybe linear ratings that we thought, but his YouTube is
huge,
is exploding. His boys, they're adding all of that together to the point, just like streaming. I think media, nobody's getting the USA Today paper, no more. You see what's going on with Sports Illustrated. The things that we were trendsetters for, that's now mainstream media. And you see that with music and television, and it's just a progression of what we're going. So I do think there's going to be a big bang at some point where all of this collapses, like social media. It's just we're going to be overwhelmed, and people got AI and stuff like that. I think at some point the information is going to be so easily accessed. They won't need us. Anymore. Because they already have AI writing stories. They have. I see videos on YouTube where the people that are like me and you on YouTube, we're talking underneath the videos. Now I listen. I said that's not a real person.
Right.
That's somebody. That's just an AI reading off. They said talk about Floyd Mayweather, and the AI reads for 5 minutes, and they put a video up on YouTube, and it gets 600,000 views. I'm like, they're not gonna need us in a while. That's when I hope to be retired out in Lake Las Vegas fishing.
We'll join you.
I know.
All right. Look at the camera and tell everybody, where can they get your stuff? Where can they follow you?
Yeah, you can always find me blacksportsonline.com. A plethora of social media. It's all under Black Sports Online. BSO on X now. Facebook Black Sports Online. Instagram BSO TV. Throughout the week, I'll be giving a lot of inside, behind-the-scenes type of stuff. I'm headed to the Air Force Base right now to see the flyover jets. One of the things I like to do when I'm out here, even as an older man now, is I've never been to an Air Force base in my life. And my dad is actually retired from the Air Force, and I know he's going to get a kick out of these pictures and videos I'm going to send him.
Look at that. Have fun. Nellis is awesome, so enjoy it. It should be a lot of fun. That's Robert Littal, everybody, here on Black Sports Online, joining us here on the Bostonian versus the Book. You can just go ahead, Jack. You want to pull his head?
Jack, you want to pull that off? Jack?
Help him off. So we're going and get there we go. Oh, he did it.
Oh, you did it yourself.
No, there we go. We're all good. That's phenomenal. Thank you for that.
Renovate and build another one. I go to work. That's my guy. I can't believe it. That's great. I'm glad you said that.
Continuing on here on the Bostonian versus the Book here, we have a very, very busy day. That was awesome to catch up with Robert Littal from Black Sports Online. There you go. Another rap. I bet he raps better than you, though.
I don't want to have to do a rap battle, but I'll go on and do it if he wants to. That's fine, as long as we could do a Kool Moe D song.
AJ Perez just sent me a text and said he's running a little behind, so we'll see what he got caught up with the story that we'll get to with him. Involving DraftKings that he broke, so he had to do some.
Chat's all here.
Front office.
The boys are here. They're rolling.
It's good.
I see Butchie there. Deuces, I got you. Rest of the crew's here.
Jack, can you throw the video, the movie poster up on the screen that we can talk a little bit about what's going to be happening here for us?
Oh,
on
Thursday?
Because
they got us a poster too.
Yeah, because
Can you believe what E did?
This is
what?
Look at that. That
is that?
It's an awesome poster. Is what it is.
Oh my goodness!
So Thursday night, guys, we're gonna storm. I guess we're storming Resorts World, and we're gonna do a Die Hard movie. So that's what I thought when I saw that. I said, okay, that's either the Dune 3 because it's got the Dune 3 colors and the fade to the sky,
Right.
which Dune 2 comes out next month, and I cannot wait. Dune 1's insane. You haven't seen Dune 1? Do yourself a favor, watch Dune 1. Hey, Jay Cornegay. But that is going to be Thursday night, 4 to 6 p.m.
Yeah.
For us, local time, 4 to 6 p.m. local time. And we will have a plethora of things going on and people stopping by. It is just going to be on our YouTube channel. It won't be on SportsGrid. It will just be on YouTube for us. It's BVB After Dark is what we're calling it. I have no idea what's going to happen. There are no rules. We can do whatever we want and say whatever we want. And I fully plan on not being sober for it. So we're going to have some fun.
Yeah.
We're going to get loose. We're going to have some fun. We got people coming in. We got a lot of friends coming to town who are going to be there on Thursday, 4 to 6 p.m., and we will hang out afterwards. If you're watching this back and you're saying,
got nowhere else to go that night.
I'm going to be there. We're going to hang out. We're going to be there afterwards. We have a ton of things to give away, including Malin Labe cigars.
Yes.
We got those tomorrow. We'll start doing some stuff with Malin Labe, giving guests some cigar boxes.
Yes.
And we got good stuff. They're overnighting some cigars.
Not giving them boxes. We're giving them cigars.
Oh, no, we're giving them boxes.
No.
Legitimate boxes.
Yeah, but not like a 20 box. It's going to be the smaller ones. No.
Oh.
We'll see. But we're going to have cigars. We're going to have something going on with Malin Labe.
We'll see what massive is, because I was told there's a massive amount of cigars being sent to us. Steve's
a good hype guy.
So we'll see on that. So
Hi, Steve.
So we'll do that coming up here in the next couple of days for us locally. Okay, we have a moment here. Let's talk a little bit about the controversy with the golf that is still bubbling at the moment until AJ Perez comes on over.
Yep.
Okay, so Wyndham Clark was declared the winner of the golf tournament on the PGA Tour at Pebble Beach over the weekend.
Yep.
They did not play Sunday. When you were in the book, in the risk room, generally what was the understood house rule of if the tournament does not go 4 rounds? What happens?
I believe we had it. If it didn't go 4 rounds, it was a refund. It was just
avoided.
Yeah, everything was voided.
Wow.
Yeah. Or then when I think it became a little more further down the road, we might have gone 54 holes have to be completed.
Yes, that's
for a winner to be determined.
So
like it changes, yeah. So, but yeah, it's clear. What happened wasn't clear. There was no house rule
the problem that came
in
is
because you actively make bets during the tournament.
In-game. And people started to assume that if this tournament does not get played on Sunday, while the Saturday round was going on, they started to hammer what was happening, what could happen, meaning Wyndham Clark's going to win, and top 5, top 10, top 20.
Yeah.
They just started to nail all the in-game live bets. And it happened a lot at DraftKings, which did not have any house rules that stated whether or not if the course, whoever was declared the winner was declared the winner. It didn't matter how many holes it went.
Right.
What the PGA Tour said was, this is our final standings, and they went and awarded bets off of that final standing. Wyndham Clark wins. All those bets were made, and the gamblers are saying, your house rules don't state anything, pay me.
Yeah.
And a couple of people put $20 parlays in that were going to pay out in the neighborhood of $750,000.
Yeah. That's my camera right there, Jack. That's that solo shot right there. Let's look right at it. The people that did this knew exactly what they were doing. Okay? They are called shot takers. Okay? And those of you that are watching the show and don't understand what that is, you took a shot, okay? And you shouldn't get paid, okay? Now, if you understand that you took a shot and the rules state, whatever they state, We can't give you for $20 $885,000. So now you go to social media and put it out there.
On blast.
And blast everybody. Do you think that you'll ever get another bet in anywhere in the world? Really? Because apparently they share information. And if they don't, they get it. And we'll have AJ to explain that exact thing. So, Kevin, anytime you want to come on and talk about LeBron, you let us know. All right? We just had LeBron. I'm just letting you know. All right, that's fine. All right. Anyhow, back to that. We know, P-Roll, you know what they did. I mean, they bet the exact order of finish.
Yes. It was a $720 for $755,000.
That was one ticket.
Yep. How many
I bet the guy had a Discord channel. Do we have a Discord channel?
We do.
What is our Discord channel?
BvBShow.com.
Would you ever find us alerting each other in our Discord channel of a possible take-a-shot number?
Yes. Me and you disagree. This is our number one disagreement in terms of the verses, the Bostonian versus the book. You think this is wrong. I think this is fair. I think you should take your shot. I think the books are putting numbers up. It's on them. If they don't do it, if they don't police
it is on them. Actually,
pay the ticket.
It is on them.
Pay the ticket.
Okay, it is on them.
You wrote the business
in that regard.
Pay the ticket. All of you.
You 100%. How these bets got through,
and that's their.
I need to know.
That's and then someone's head should roll at DraftKings and make your changes. You don't pay attention. You have numbers up. If the books aren't paying attention to what is happening and they get taken advantage of, look, you want to kick everybody
out. But the
out.
Books can't take advantage of the bettor.
They always do.
They always do?
They always do.
Really?
Everything is skewed towards the book. Everything. It's their rules. It's their numbers. It's minus 110 versus us on even money. We are always at a disadvantage every turn. Look, the books can never take a bet again from somebody like this, but you pay the $750,000. You took the bet. You said approve. Yes, I took the bet. If you take action...
The problem is they didn't say approve. They just went through.
That's the same thing, isn't it?
Well, I don't know.
If it's in my account and it says pending bet, meaning I can lose the $20 if it doesn't go the way it's supposed to. I lose, meaning if I win, pay me.
If it's determined before it's done raining on Saturday, you send the bet on Saturday.
Right.
2 hours later, we reach out to you and say, listen, if this doesn't finish, you know you're not getting paid. All these bets are voided. Where does it say that? Well, it doesn't. At DraftKings. That's the problem. Right. It doesn't at DraftKings. So now what do you do?
But at Circa it did. Other
Correct.
Books,
it's easy.
Other books it did.
It's easy.
They had it in their rules.
Which leads me to the next thing. It helps to have people running the books that might have come up with a situation
or two
prior to a bet being offered. You need to think of everything, which is why. All right, is he ready? Walk around this way.
Yeah.
Jack, we're going to get him wired up real quick, please.
Because AJ's late. So what's
AJ's late? Yeah.
AJ's late.
No, you got to go. Yeah. No.
Yeah,
we're just going to get you in and out 15 so you can go get your bus.
And then we'll just swap it out.
Right here.
AJ will go 10:45. So we're good. Yeah. We'll just
right here.
We'll just rotate.
He's going to sit down. He's going to wire you up with that microphone.
Finish this point. So the angle that I have on this, or the anger that I have on this, is that the books, not all of them, but a lot of them are literally going to the bettors and negotiating payouts.
Yeah, I don't understand what's going on with the business.
They're going into a negotiation saying, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you $100,000. Wait, you owe me $750,000. You want to give me 1/7 what you said the bet was worth.
Yeah.
Why would I take that? Why am I being forced to take that?
Well, because you could roll the dice and go to gaming. Look, it's like the legal system. You can plead down. You can take the deal they give you. You can take the hush money. You can do all kinds of things. It's the same thing. I'm not saying one is right or wrong.
Right.
That's the system. Listen, you want to take the 100, take it. It'll go away. You can still bet here. All right? Or let's go to gaming. Let's take it all the way to the top and see what happens. Because sometimes, as we know, the gaming may be stacked in a book.
I would be afraid, as a player, I would be afraid of going to gaming because I don't know.
It ain't easy.
Not even that. Unless I have a lawyer representing me, I'm not really sure how that hearing is going to go, and it's not a court of law. So there is no like appeals process. There's no once it gets ruled on.
No.
I'm SOL.
Yes.
And I have no other recourse to come back unless I want to sue the company.
All right. Good luck.
Right. And then you're going into down a legal hole.
Well, now it's going to cost you more than the bet would have paid.
You're right on that. So my issue is if you are acknowledging that the bet was live and you're choosing to negotiate with the player and saying,
makes
look,
it worse.
You snuck one past us. Okay, you got one past the goalie. Fine. We're not paying you what you're supposed to get paid.
Right.
We're giving you a percentage to make the PR thing go away.
Yeah. Well,
pay the bet. Pay the bet.
You can make that choice.
Pay the bet. Books.
When we get the BVB book, we'll make that decision. Well, we'll have it covered. We'll have all the stipulations written.
I mean,
yeah, between Counselor Peralt and 30 years in a book, I think we'll be able to write the parameters.
I don't know. It's not over yet. Okay, this is an ongoing story, and the longer the story goes, the more and more angry people are becoming who are casuals,
right?
Who are raising their hand, going, "Wait a second.
Yep.
How do you get off doing this, and why are you allowed to do this?" Because if I'm a golf gambler, I may have just had the biggest score of my life.
Yeah.
I may have just taken down a book, or I may have just, and I'm with you. If I pay it out, the books get every right to say, I'm never taking your business again. You're out. Goodbye. Your discount's closed. Here's your money. Goodbye.
Or worse.
Both sides.
We got Jay down in the chat. You can bet here, but you'll be delayed or manually monitored.
The $3 a hit.
Correct.
Yeah, which is fine, and I understand that. If I'm a $20 bettor, I don't really care.
Correct. You don't care. You won't get limited. You'll just get blocked.
Yeah,
that's easy.
I bet 20.
It's the guy
to win X.
Right.
So I mean, it's just.
But now they'll get beards and they'll get all this other stuff. Yeah. And speaking of beards or bears,
Bearman, David Bearman joining us. Pro Football Network joining us here. How are you, sir? Hold on, Mike's not on.
Mike's not on, Jack. We need the mic. We got to hear him. All right. Let's make
mic's
sure.
on now?
There we go. He's on now.
I mean, you know how long I've waited to be on this show?
Really?
It's
like the waiting list is so long.
It's insane.
But welcome.
It's just the two of us. we don't have any help. So you have to talk to one of us.
Him.
And it's impossible. Mostly me.
I literally been trying to break down the door to be on.
I am so glad you're here.
I even
to
offered to talk to his students to try to get up.
He
really?
did. He's going to talk about students. Yeah. I'm going to pipe him in from Florida.
Talk to students.
Talk to my UNLV kids.
Like I know you guys.
He won't even let
separately.
me talk to the students. That's
come
fantastic. That's a good move. That was a good move on your part.
It was good.
Where's the Dolphin stuff? Did you leave it at home?
Can't wear
Not
it.
allowed to wear it.
You can't wear it.
Not allowed to wear it. In fact, not only that, but in the Bear Cave where I do a lot of my shows, I was told I had to put all the Florida Gator stuff behind me as my backdrop and not the Dolphin. So the Dolphin stuff's on the other wall. Because we're Pro Football Network. We can't show favoritism. We're not Pro Fins Network. Pro Football Network.
Oh, man.
So even though we were founded by 4 Dolphin fans, we're Pro Football Network. So the Dolphin wall's around the corner. I'm not wearing the Dolphin stuff.
Yeah, you can't wear it. Okay.
Can't wear it.
How was the season for you as a Dolphin fan? I know that you live and die a lot of times.
I live and die by it. This was a tough one. Tough one because there's always hope in August. Dolphins are always going to win the Super Bowl every August. There
was hope into October and November.
And then in 2022, they went through that. Tua got injured, 5-game losing streak. All right, here's what it is.
Do you like that, by the way?
Wow. Look at that. Now you know you've made it in life.
Oh!
When your name is between these two.
Look at that!
Last, 2 years ago, 5-game losing streak, Tua, you go in the playoffs, you got a third-string quarterback, whatever. The Bills can't beat them. You had a chance to be the 1 seed. You had the chance.
Yeah.
You went into Buffalo, fully healthy, except for defense.
Yeah.
And you had a chance.
Yeah.
And there was that narrative all year that you couldn't beat good teams, and then you beat Dallas.
Right.
And you went into Baltimore, and you're thinking, you beat Dallas, you beat a good team, that narrative is dead, and then it reared ugly head. And you don't show up for Baltimore.
Yeah.
At all.
And then Buffalo was just like, all right, they just get it over with.
Right.
Yet they had the lead in the fourth quarter.
They did.
That's what they do.
Yep.
And I'm not going to lie. I'm sitting there with the CEO at Buffalo Wild Wings, and we're watching and working the game, and he turned to me at the end of the third quarter, Dolphins up a touchdown, and said, which home game are you going to?
Oh, no.
Because I have season tickets. So what home game? And we're trying to play. NBC's playing the whole, we'll give you the playoff schedule at the end. Tarico's stringing you along. And I'm like, all right, if it's Saturday, if it's Sunday, it won't be the ESPN Monday.
Which game is it?
And they haven't scored since. So
wow. What?
Next thing you know, we're going to Kansas City, and you might as well be playing in Antarctica.
Right.
Oh, that was ridiculous.
I mean, it's just like, I just sat there, and it's like, all right, get this game over with. Season's over.
What do you make of the Josh Allen Tua narrative versus Mahomes? And even there's one AFC quarterback who can beat Mahomes. He's proven it. Joe Burrow seems to have the kryptonite to take on the Chiefs, but nobody else does. If I'm Tua, if I'm Josh Allen, if I'm somebody else, are you nervous? Should you be nervous about where the AFC is given the youth of Mahomes?
I mean, for 20 years, I don't have to tell you.
Same. Tell him.
For 20 years, it was the Tom Brady Bill
Oh, it's already.
It's finally dead. So, like, my son, 9 years old, didn't really have to grow up in that. So that's over, and it's like, you got a chance. And now it's the Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid era.
Yep.
And it's like, is this going to be another 20 years?
No.
My kid's
Please.
kid?
No.
Like, how long are we going to deal with this? The NFC, it's like flip a coin. Who's going to the
All
Super
the
Bowl?
time,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Every
But
year.
the AFC, it's Brady, it's Mahomes, it's Brady, it's Mahomes.
Oy.
Occasionally Burrow.
Yeah.
See, I think
Just
more occasionally.
thank
I think
God it's not Josh Allen. That's all I can say.
Why?
Whoa.
What's wrong with
I'd
you?
rather
Whoa.
Mahomes win the next 20 Super Bowls.
Why?
That sounded like favoritism.
Why?
I don't know about that,
I
Bearman.
mean, I was walking through the tunnel in media days yesterday, and I saw a dad and his son wearing Josh Allen jerseys, and I wanted to say something, but I couldn't. It wouldn't do me no good. We haven't beaten Buffalo since 1912. So, like,
So is it a hatred of Buffalo or a hatred of Josh Allen? Which is it?
yes.
Both. Okay. All right. It's okay. I mean,
Keep in mind, I grew up in the 90s.
Right.
Couldn't beat Buffalo then.
Right.
I was there in person when the Dolphins last were in the AFC title game, hosting Jim Kelly and the Bills. In person.
Dang.
NBC caught me in the fourth quarter with my hand in my
That's amazing.
national Jumbotron, national TV.
Yeah.
Next day, I'm in high school. I go to school, and everyone's like,
That's you.
Nice.
I was 14 years old. Don't worry, they'll be back.
Set you up. Nope. Sorry.
Haven't been back since.
That makes sense. It's
So-
a great story how tough it is to get to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Let's get to the game here and talk a bit about what's going to happen on Sunday, because I think there's a lot of people who are saying the phrase, I can't pick against Patrick Mahomes.
Everybody's saying it.
Okay? You can't, if you're picking the Chiefs, you can't say that. Why will KC win, or why will San Fran win?
I'm not picking against Patrick Mahomes.
Fair. What's wrong with that? Yeah.
And quite honestly, this
Yeah.
is not the best Chiefs team,
No.
but it's their best defense.
Yeah.
By a ways.
And they have shut down, and give me a minute, they've shut down Tua, they've shut down Allen, and they shut down Lamar. All three are going to finish in the top 5 of the MVP race. And they shut them all down. Can they shut down Brock Purdy? I mean, listen, Brock's great story. That's a good defense. Now, is this the KC offense of old? No, it's not. They have you and me playing wide receiver.
But it doesn't have to be,
It doesn't
right?
have to be, because you know what the weakness, if there is a weakness in San Francisco, it's their 15th ranked rush defense. If there is one. I mean, it's sad to say that that's the weakness.
But they choose to play that way because they play with a lead.
Correct.
So my point to everyone who says I can't pick against Mahomes, I'm saying, why don't you just bet the first half? Because if they don't have a lead at halftime, they're losing the game.
Correct.
So the Chiefs better be winning, because the way the Niners play is they're so good with the lead because they only rush 4, and they play coverage and say throw.
And on the flip side, what you've seen out of the Niners the first 2 playoff games is they decide to take the first half off.
Right.
Yeah,
that happens Sunday. They
Trouble.
lost.
I would agree.
It's over, because you saw what Kansas City can do with the lead. They held on.
Sit on it, yeah.
It's going to be Pacheco. Pacheco, who has, since this is a betting show, right?
Yep.
Yes,
yeah.
it is.
Has hit his over in all 3 playoff games.
Yep.
Yes.
Right now, he
Yep.
is the Chiefs MVP of the playoffs.
Agreed.
Yep.
He does that again, the Chiefs win the Super
Win.
Bowl.
That's it.
I mean, that's it. I mean, we try to break it down simplistically. For all we know, the opening kickoff's turn for a touchdown. There's a safety over someone's head, and who knows?
Oh, books don't want that.
But
No
if KC
safeties,
can
please.
do
No
what
safeties.
they've done, I mean, they've done it all year.
Right.
Everyone's wrote them off. You got Mahomes, you got Andy Reid, and by the way, they have a running game. They do. It's not a running team. They have a running game.
Yep.
And if they keep to that, keep the ball, you win the Super Bowl. And again, if it's a tight game in the fourth quarter, you taking Purdy or you taking Mahomes?
I'm taking Mahomes, but I'm taking
think, yeah.
Purdy's weapons.
Right.
Like, I just think Purdy's got guys that he doesn't have to be perfect.
Correct.
He doesn't have to be Mahomes. Mahomes got to be perfect. Mahomes can't be off. He's got to give. And I'm really curious to see. I thought the game plan last week for the Ravens, or 2 weeks ago, for the Ravens was ridiculous, because everyone else had taken Kelsey out. and said, when anyone else but Kelsey's beating us. And they covered him one-on-one, and they said, okay, Kyle Hamilton's going to be able to shut him down. He's an all-pro safety. No.
Right.
I mean, one, the throws Mahomes made were incredible, so I don't know if anybody could have stopped what happened. But I'm watching this going like, you got to double-team Kelsey. You got to take him off the field. If you don't, then everything else works. So I'm assuming the speed of the linebackers for the Niners can at least either double or bracket and take out Kelsey. So I'm looking at Kelsey unders for the Super Bowl. Everyone's going to hammer the overs. I'm betting the unders.
We've seen the blueprint.
Yeah.
Tampa stopped them.
Yeah.
The Eagles stopped them in the first half. If you put pressure on Mahomes and make him run, you're taking him out of the offense. Can the Niners do that? I think they can.
That pass rush it's got to eat. I mean,
it's got to, because
so many first-round picks. You got to eat. You got to get after that line.
But all of a sudden, the Kansas City offensive line won that Super Bowl last year.
Right.
Like Eagles, who had 6 billion sacks, had 0.
Correct. Yep.
So that was truly won in the trenches. But you're right. Like I don't understand what the Ravens did on either side of the ball.
Running
made no
sense
whatsoever.
The
that game was over by halftime.
It was.
Yeah. I know there was a chance late, but I mean, Lamar's not bringing you back and winning that thing.
I mean, that throw in the end zone was horrible.
I got one last one for me before you get out of here. You got to go catch that bus.
Yeah.
How are the kids when you go away like this? Because we got a home game. I was up trying to get her ready for school. It's raining. It's all chaos. You're here relaxing, hanging out, going out at night, telling the kids, wife and kids that, you're working. I just want to make sure that the kids are watching later.
Yeah,
tell them what you're doing and how are they?
Doing national television with these guys.
Thank you. Number one.
Maybe on Sunday I get to hang with Taylor a little bit.
Oh, all right. There you go. You going to the game?
I'll be at the game.
Very cool.
I'll be at the game.
Perfect.
I'll tell you how it went. Before I left the house at 4:15 Eastern on whatever day it was, Sunday morning.
Right.
Went to give my kids a kiss on the head. My daughter woke up hysterically crying, "Don't leave, don't leave, don't leave."
Oh.
And my son woke up and goes,
"Bye.
You left me the iPad, right?"
That's true. No, that's absolutely.
You left me the iPad, right?
Yeah. Nailed it.
I'm good, right, Dad?
Right.
See ya.
Bear
Bye.
Cubs.
All my daughter asked for is for me to take her and put her in the suite with Taylor. That's it.
Right.
That's it.
Father of the year if I get that done.
Father of forever.
Forever. Every father.
Believe me.
I called
we know.
FaceTime last night. Have you seen Taylor yet?
Oh, yeah.
She's in Tokyo.
Yeah.
She's in Tokyo.
She's not here. She'll
Yep.
be here on
Right.
Saturday night.
Yeah.
My son's been to 3 NFL games. He's been on the field for 2 of the 3. So
Whoa.
bringing him here would have been a tough
You've
one.
completely spoiled him.
My
Oh,
goodness
that's
gracious.
unbelievable, yeah.
Look at that camera. Tell everyone what you guys have going on.
Absolutely.
At PFN.
ProFootballNetwork.com. We got wall-to-wall coverage. We got 9 of us here at Pro Football Network. We're going to be at all of the events. We're going to be at I'm literally leaving here to go to the Niners media availability. We got people at the Chiefs media availability. We'll be here at Radio Row all week long and wall-to-wall coverage on Sunday. ProFootballNetwork.com.
David, thank you. Enjoy it. Got a bus
Absolutely.
to catch. Thank you so
brother.
much. Glad
All
you
right.
made your first appearance. We'll do it
Pull
again
that
soon.
back
Right?
off your head.
Absolutely.
And then
Look at
set
that.
it down.
Like a pro.
Professional.
Look at that. David, at PFN365.com.
Perfect.
Yes.
We'll put that up.
Twitter.
On
Okay.
Twitter.
At,
Okay.
At PFN365 on Twitter.
Thanks, brother.
Thanks, man.
We'll see you again.
David
We'll see you
Bearman,
again.
Pro Football
Yep.
Network, joining us here on the Bostonian versus the Book. AJ, you want to sit down? You're up. AJ Perez from Front
Jack.
Office Sports. We'll come on by. Yeah, you just drop
There's,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, you can
Sit down right there.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. Good
how
to
are
see you.
Good to see you again. How
Yes,
are you? What's
yes.
new? What's new? We'll get AJ Perez all mic'd up here for a second.
He'll
and we'll
get,
him
he'll
on.
get
That-
your mic in there in 1 second.
was
Just-
fun.
He'll put that on.
That was
for you.
fun to get David Bearman
Yes.
on Pro Football Network
Yes.
finally, to get him on talking.
And they put his name on the back
Looks-
behind us.
Jack,
Holy crap,
that's-
Jack! Unbelievable job.
That's just
great.
Yeah,
We'll get AJ on there next
Yeah, so we'll get
because AJ's got a lot to.
talk about. He's busy, he's a busy man
I
running
can't-
around,
I can't
breaking
wait to hear
stories
this.
and all sorts of things here on that. Once your mic is hot, AJ will bring you up here to your third appearance with us, I think, here on the Boston.
Yeah,
This is the
we're
book.
making this an annual thing with AJ at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we've had it a couple.
We need to find a way to get you on more, AJ. You keep writing all this other stuff and, pointing out things that I think need to be pointed out.
Is his
So-
mic hot, Jack?
Jack, as soon as we can get his mic hot, that'd be great. That'd be awesome.
He's like, leave me
Keeps
alone.
us out of there. Sus has knocked everything out.
I think it might be
There
hot.
we go. Can we hear you now?
Nope, we can't hear
Not
it
yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. We still can't hear him.
Okay,
How about now?
Front Office Sports, AJ Perez just broke a big story about essentially an employee leaving DraftKings to go to Fanatics and taking a lot of customer
Change that
information
graphic behind us too,
and,
Jack, if you can.
and data over. Is his mic hot? You're hot? Talk
What's
about
that now?
Oh, you're hot. There we
You're
go.
hot. There we
All
go.
right. AJ Perez, Front Office Sports, joining us here on the Bostonian versus the Book. Okay, we'll let you explain it and break it down because you were up late last night and you've been running around all morning with this story. What happened, and what did you break?
All right, so DraftKings exec, he was in charge of the VIP for DraftKings. He abruptly left a few days ago for Fanatics, which they bought PointsBet last year. They're trying to expand their betting operation beyond, and he was trying to get out of his non-compete clause by going to California, and apparently where, of course, this lawsuit alleged that he met with Fanatics officials there. There was an email in the lawsuit that said he had to take a couple days off for a death of a close friend. So this was a way for him to, according to DraftKings lawyers, to circumvent the non-disclosure, non-compete clause by going to California, and establishing residency, or trying to, because California, those non-compete clauses are pretty much
null and void. Yeah. Worthless.
So
how long are you going to be in California to establish residency?
They said I don't know. I don't know. It's I'm not sure.
You establish residency by getting a license, getting an apartment, having a place of residence. That's what it said. That's what AJ said in his article. I read it.
Ooh, good for you.
That's right. That was in there. Yeah, so I wrote a lot there. So there was there's that it's back and forth. It's the beginning, yes,
of all of this.
Yes, and this is very similar to allegations against Fanatics with Panini sports cards as well. It was a lot of these same allegations about poaching employees and stealing trade secrets were part of a separate litigation. So that's why I caught my eye. I'm like, I read a lot. This is a lot of these same allegations I wrote about last summer.
And is that still pending?
Yes, that's still active. That lawsuit got compelled to New York federal court. It was in Florida. So now, because now Fanatics is suing Panini, Panini is filed a countersuit. Yeah, so it's all together. That's going to take some time.
Who makes the money in that situation?
Lawyers.
Always a lawyer.
Counselor Peralt knows. Everybody knows.
But I think the thing with this story was you can tell in the lawsuit that DraftKings filed it how upset they were that this happened so close to the Super Bowl. And that's
coincidence? None
at all.
Zero.
Yeah, that's
none.
Yeah, so that was which is why we have these lawsuits on Super Bowl week, like last year with Favre's lawsuits.
Right. So I mean, when it comes to these stories, and it comes to is this a common practice that is happening, or is this like corporate espionage type stuff?
This is kind of tricky because these are two betting companies that have to abide by state regulators. This is going to be when you don't want to have discovery. We're not even close to that yet. Okay. But you don't want to even have these allegations out there.
Correct.
Because the state regulators are like, well, you're doing this. This is what you're doing. And then they go to Fanatics or they go to DraftKings and they ask questions. And that's the last thing these betting companies want to do is to get more lawyers involved. Trying to answer to these state regulators.
Nobody wants the lawyers involved, especially the gambling company.
Wow.
Yeah, because. Like my good friend Rob Mish likes to say, and I've adopted the saying, there's a lot of layers to this onion to peel. And they go, okay, how do we make this go away? How do they make this go away, AJ?
They're going to be I'm sure Fanatics is going to file a motion to dismiss, as I'm sure DraftKings, because this executive sued in California earlier yesterday to try to get out of the non-compete clause, citing California law. So this was kind of their answer to that lawsuit. So now we have two lawsuits going on. One in LA County, which is the worst system to deal with as a reporter because it's literally $1 a search to find the case number and $2 a page. So but DraftKings filed in federal court, which is only 10 cents a page, and so it's so much easier to follow in federal court than LA County.
Wow. So how long does this? I mean, is this like a story that wraps in a year, 5 years? How long does this thing go?
If this is posturing, not very long. If DraftKings just wanted to call out what happened, and there'll be some kind of settlement or something, that this could go away. I just don't. These cases, I don't see this one going to trial. It's most civil cases don't. Like 90-something% of them get settled well before. Most get settled before discovery, either not or disposed of, either settlement or motion to dismiss. That's the most common route. These are taken care of. But this is going to play out at least for probably a month or two before we know which direction it's going to go. It's usually about 2 or 3 months before the motion to dismiss will get ruled on. It has to be filed first. It's about, I think it's 21 days and 14 or 21 days in federal court to respond to what, in this case, Fanatics to respond with DraftKings, with the executive. And they're not suing Fanatics. With the executive has that time to respond to the federal lawsuit.
So where are we on the Brett Favre story? I know you've covered it from the beginning. You've broken a multitude of stories on it. Update our audience. Like, where is this story with him in the state of Mississippi, and what happened with either money that was there, it disappeared? Like, where are we with Brett Favre?
It's really, we're kind of the same spot we were even almost 2 years ago. He's still a defendant in the welfare department's lawsuit against Favre and 40 plus other people. He's a defendant there. There's still a criminal investigation ongoing. There are 3 witnesses, or who are witnesses. Also, they pleaded guilty to federal charges. They're cooperating, 3 to 4 if you count them. So there's still an open investigation federally. So those if the U.S. attorney down there goes into court and says, yeah, we're done. We're done with the investigation. You can sentence these cooperating witnesses. Then that's when we know he almost certainly won't face any criminal charges, but we don't know that yet. The state hasn't, and the state is unlikely to move at this point. They have the Attorney General hasn't filed a single criminal complaint in this against anybody. Oh wow! And this is the largest public corruption scandal in state history, and which has caused a little bit of strife between the auditor's office, who initially found these misuse funds, including Brett Favre's, where he received about $1.1 million for speaking fees, which led to a lawsuit, yesterday's lawsuit, a gift by the state auditor trying to recover interest that even though he repaid it, they're looking for $700,000.
Right.
So there's it's still ongoing, and I think this case is going to move very slow. That civil case. So now we're just kind of waiting criminally if there's any culpability.
What is it like for you to walk around in a room like this? Because you're like the dragon. They can, when they see you coming, this is not a good thing. When AJ Perez is writing a story about what I am up to, normally it's not a good story. Is it weird to be in this room?
That's not.
Oh no,
it's the truth.
I think most of the publicists aren't in sports, so they don't know. So it's kind of cool. I mean, last year I was talking to Dana White for about 10 minutes. He's like, oh, yeah, where are you from? I'm like, well, AJ, front office sports. And he looked, oh, you're that guy. I'm like, Dana, I covered UFC for years. I mean, you forget. But it was just like, it was just kind of, that was when, this whole slap fighting thing he was promoting here last year. Remember that?
Yeah.
Now on Rumble. There's, even if they know me, they may not, I have an avatar as my Twitter thing.
There you go. Smart.
Right. Yeah.
Smart on that.
How's your Vegas experience been so far? We live here. We got the home game. I'm asking everybody, 1, can you believe that Vegas has a Super Bowl? And 2, how's it been so far despite the rain and everything else?
Yeah, it's a lot better staying at the Luxor than Sunset Station when I was here my first time in New Year's Eve in 2000. I've been here at least 20 times, mostly for work, or for races. I did out in Lake Las Vegas where the teams are staying, which is an awesome place out there.
Yep.
But yeah, it's great. I mean, there's certain towns that have a hard time handling this, and Vegas was not going to be one of them. Right. I mean, this is not the F1 race either, so it's pretty. Yeah, a lot more open access. Yep. You get to walk around. Yes, there's a perimeter around here and around the stadium, but it is amazing since I covered the Delaware case when they tried to expand sports betting 15, 16 years ago,
right?
And how much the NFL fought against it. And if someone told me at the time, I'm like, Vegas is going to have a Super Bowl, I'm like, maybe when I'm 70 or 80,
right?
But I'm not that old. It's.
I was gonna say you look great for 70. That's the case.
So, but yeah, it's. I think it's great, and I think even though I didn't, a lot of people will always tell you it's like I never saw this coming. I talked to Steve Sisolak, the former governor, and when he moved here in '76, he was like, no way.
Right.
When you are here, what are some of the things you like to do? I mean, I know you're a big hockey guy, so you play hockey. So is a Golden Knights game? Is it just walking around
the
strip?
Are you still skating?
It's a goalie.
Yeah, well,
okay.
I'm semi-retired.
Right,
I need 2 new hips. So,
so
I'm kind of but once I get those hips fixed, I'll be back. I actually bought 4 tickets for the Knights game for me and my 3 coworkers at FOS, so we're all going out. And I've never seen a game there.
Oh, okay. Go early.
Yeah, an executive at the Golden Knights said I couldn't wear my Sharks stuff, so I'm not going to.
Okay,
but
no need to anyway.
I know it's the Oilers anyway. Yeah, Oilers.
Put that stuff away.
Look, one, there'll be a lot of Edmonton people in the building. Okay, you got the record going tonight for 17 straight. So everyone going in there is jacked. It's after the All-Star break, first game back. Go early and watch the pregame because when they have games like this, they do it up for pregame. It'll be really, really fun. A lot different than East Coast hockey. A lot different. West Coast hockey and Vegas hockey is a much different.
That was my story yesterday. We ran was a feature on how the Golden Knights kind of broke the seal here. Really.
It's changed
obviously,
everything.
It was before PASPA, obviously. Even the Raiders were approved. The move was approved before PASPA got overturned. But it was, they were the first team in this market, and it means something special, as you guys know. It's not a team that relocated because the owner wanted a better deal out of the city they were in. This is something that Bill Foley and the Maloof started, and it's especially in the backdrop of Phoenix and what a fiasco that's been for 2 decades. How well this has gone. It's exceeded everybody's.
Winning helps.
Yes,
obviously.
No one wanted to answer my question about what would have happened if they missed the playoffs the first 2 years, won 15 games.
Would have been a lot different.
It would have been.
We talked about it all the time.
Different.
Yeah, had to come in and win right away. And after what happened on October 1st, the city healing, the way that the city healed around the team, and they made it really cauterized the team to the community. And Vegas born became a real thing. It's a big problem the Raiders are having if they're not Vegas born, and if the A's come here, they're going to have the same exact problem. You guys have been all over this story. Yeah. Are the A's coming here, or is this thing potentially going to fall through? Yeah,
I'm still shocked Major League Baseball didn't charge a fee to the A's to move. That's the biggest thing. I'm like, really? It just, I don't know. I mean, the $380 million, the mayor said that she doesn't want it where the Tropicana is. Going to close it down in a couple months. There's maybe another month or so. So it's kind of I still think there's a chance they won't, but they don't want to. Fisher doesn't want to work with Oakland. If he gets, there's that lawsuit now here. There's probably many other.
Why don't they go to San Jose?
Utah wants them.
Salt
Lake wants them.
Right.
Salt Lake is really pushing hard.
Yeah, San Jose's in that sphere of influence the Giants have. So they're limited to basically the East Bay, and that's that sphere of influence goes about 10 miles past where I grew up, down south of South Santa Clara County. So, that's been an impediment. But they need to spend money over the next few years wherever they go, or if they stay, because they're just. They make money because they're not spending anything. I mean, they get that TV money. They get nothing at the gate, but they don't care.
No.
And it's like, how are you going to build a team? How are you going to get Vegas excited about a team that's in the basement?
They're not.
They're not.
They're dead on arrival.
I mean, it's going to be tough. It's 81 games, and it's going to be maybe a little more difficult than usual. And people here don't drive more than 20 minutes. They don't drive more than 20 minutes. So getting in and out is going to be tough.
Also, they spent $750 million on, the football stadium
to get this.
What's the upside of spending $380 million? Almost
havoc, traffic, problems, issues in a team that sucks. It's all bad.
It sounds like a bad parlay.
There's nothing there. Yeah. And I'm a baseball guy. Dave works at MLB Network. Yeah. We're baseball people. We want the game here.
I love it.
We want the game to come here. We want the game to come here in the right way.
Yeah.
Because if you come into this market, given what people have seen, even the Raiders are struggling with this.
Oh, yeah.
Most people who go to the Raider games are still California residents. They aren't Nevada people because they're like, you came in here, you were LA, you were Oakland, I don't know what you are. You're here, but we love the stadium. Stadium's awesome. We get the Super Bowl. This is great. We take it because, and people go to the games, I have never paid for a ticket. I've gone to 3 games given to me. I'll go. Give me a ticket, I'll go. But I'm not actively going I want to go to the Raider games. It's not there. The A's are 81 home games on a Tuesday night when the Brewers, I was saying last night, when the Brewers come on Tuesday night for a 3-game series.
He always picks on the Brewers.
It's just a Midwest town that's tiny, right?
Yeah.
It's just
or our Milwaukee
or the Royals, right? I mean, some Midwest city that's tiny.
Kansas City's not the team to talk about right now. They're in the Super Bowl.
Royals suck. So
what he does. We got all these people watching live from there. Sorry, JC from KC.
Royals suck. It's a
signed Bobby Witt Jr.
Great. And he's out in 7, 8, 9, 10. He'll be out in 7. But I just look at this and I'm like, man, expansion for basketball is going to work.
Yes.
Because there's no baggage. It's a Vegas-born team. And the second the NBA comes here, goodbye baseball. It's see you later. We can't do 4 teams here.
2 million people here. Yeah.
We can't do 4.
In the region. You're right. I mean, a lot of the Golden Knights, what's T-Mobile, 18,000?
21.
20,000.
Max 20.
Yeah,
but somewhere in that, it's
20,
everybody.
It's 20 for the UFC. Hockey, I think, is
18.5.
Yeah.
But you can, that standing room only, like the Stanley Cup run, they were
20.
a little over 20.
Oh, yeah.
They were packing people in like this.
So so you look at that, it's going to be almost not twice the size, but 38,000 I think is the size.
I mean,
so
is it domed? Is it not domed? Is it retractable?
It's got to be dome. It's got to be. I mean, I've watched AAA baseball out here in the middle of summer. It's
tough.
It's tough.
We played softball with
but they won't
kids.
play. They won't play out at AAA, the AAA ballpark. They could.
Right.
They got a ballpark, that's a $10 million ballpark up in my house.
And right now they probably wouldn't fill that up.
I don't know.
Oh, they would here.
We argued
They
that
would
point.
here.
I think we would.
They would.
I think 10,000 is the maximum what you're going to see. And there is a baseball. Dave is right. We talked about this. There's a baseball community here. I mean, there are people. Dave was in the softball community for a long time, but there's a really big baseball, softball.
Bryce Harper's one of the best players in baseball.
Yeah.
He's from here.
Yes.
And it started with Chris Bryant and all that other stuff. So there is a baseball culture. We know you got to go. Last question. Who's winning the football game Sunday?
I think the Niners will solve their first half troubles, and I would say they win by maybe just only a field goal.
Ooh, okay.
That's where I'm leaning to. Great stuff. Tell the folks where they can read your stuff, AJ.
Right in that camera right
Which
there.
one? All right. So at frontofficesports.com, you have a free newsletter twice a day, once a day on weekends.
Awesome.
You find me on Twitter at BYAJ X. And
we
Threads,
say Twitter, stick with that.
and Instagram, BYAJ Perez.
Yeah,
very cool. I get the newsletter every morning. It's really good.
Yeah.
If you don't get the newsletter, I get a lot of stories for BVB off that newsletter. It's really, really good stuff. Thank you for stopping by. We appreciate the time.
Thanks for having me.
AJ Perez from Front Office Sports.
Jack, could you pull that microphone?
Joining us here on the
you can
Bostonian
pull it
versus the
back. Just pull it back off you like that. Perfect. That's it.
There
That's
we
done.
go.
Great.
And we're good. And
Awesome.
we're off. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it. Thank
See
you
you.
for the
We'll
help.
see you
Thank
again.
man. Appreciate
We'll see you
that.
again.
Take care.
Thank you.
We'll talk soon. We're good there. All right. Very good.
Excellent work.
As we enter hour number 2 for us here on the Bostonian versus the Book. Thank you for being here, guys. We haven't really done much in terms of topics, so we'll get to some stories here in a second while we have a window. And does it feel different at all to you today?
Well, no, there's more people here.
Yeah, right?
There's more people walking
feels
around.
a little more energetic?
I think, well, I don't know about that. I just know there's more people here for sure.
Yeah. So last night, let's Jack, throw that pick up that Mr. Sherpan went out and put out.
Look at this.
Look at this picture. Look at this. The comments you asked for, by the way, did you want to be ripped by people because they really took some liberties at you here with
yes,
this.
they did. That's fine. I told
this was the funniest one was the old man that wandered his way into a cheerleading convention.
Right, confused old man made his way to cheerleader camp. Yeah, that was great. Again,
I was like,
Jack,
awesome.
we're on ISO right here, right? Yeah. Listen, people, if you come, don't miss. If you're gonna shoot your shot, take it. I appreciate all of you doing that. That was fun. I'm not gonna lie, that was fun. I had
the picture or the night.
The night, the picture. We're standing there, and you're like, I said. And I just looked at you, and you're like right in the middle.
Yep.
I'm like, yep, come here. And I said to the girls, like, hey, can I take them? Like, sure, yeah, come on. Then I hit them with hey, I really like those shorts. And they're like, thank you, you know.
Geez.
But the whole night was great. Yeah, they had those 49er shorts on.
Yep.
They were really, that was great. They were taking pictures with everybody. I had another one, too, with, what's his name? Sourdough Sam? I didn't even know his name was Sourdough Sam.
I had a picture with Fox. I took a picture
saw that.
with the
with the Chiefs
mascot.
And
for my daughter who asked
but
for
you had to apologize to somebody? What do you apologize?
Because Fitzy,
come on, Fitzy.
Because they're the enemy. Chiefs are the enemy.
Oh.
We don't like the Chiefs.
That was great.
So
That
I said, don't kill me, Fitzy. Sorry for going ahead and taking a picture with Fox.
Yeah.
Fox the Chiefs mascot. They named radio stations after the guy. The home of the Chiefs was 105 the Fox or something. But it was really crazy because I saw Mitch Holtis last night, voice of the Chiefs. I saw so many people that I hadn't seen for years last night. It was really fun. I had a ball last night.
My favorite thing about today is about that last night. You can't even imagine what happened, and I'm going to tell the story at the end, talking about running into people you haven't seen for years. But, I was standing next to Shefty. I was standing next to Diana Rossini.
Yep.
Everybody's just in the scrum.
Yes.
You don't when you watch it for years, and I've watched this from years in the risk room, all of this media day. Usually today. They usually do it Tuesday.
Right.
So you're sitting bored at work. Nobody's betting the hockey. There's some basketball, which we'll get to. The college baskets are awesome today.
Yep.
Not awesome. There's some good games.
No, they're awesome.
No, they're not awesome. That you overdid it. You oversold it.
Nope.
But
it's awesome.
You watch it, and now you're in there. One, Robert, at the beginning of the show, summed it up. It's a show. That was a show. It used to be about just get the bites from the media or from the players, put them out, and it's done. Now it was about the show and everything else.
Right.
And it was wild. I mean, they were shooting T-shirts. I was walking out after I almost went the wrong way with you.
Right.
And I was wearing the Caribbean baseball shirt.
Okay.
The one section of Niner fans started chanting, Caribbean, Caribbean, Caribbean,
Why?
just to get my attention.
Okay.
So I would wave at them, and then they went nuts.
Wow.
And I was laughing like, you have no idea who I am.
Nope.
But I'm wearing a media pass.
Right.
And you guys think, what, I'm going to say something? I didn't know what to do. But
no, I think it was for the fans, though.
It was for the fans.
And that's my problem with it, is that I'm not really interested.
Tell Katie when she's ready. Tell Katie she can come on. Please.
I mean, my problem with it was exactly that. I struggle with I struggle with all of these events that are supposed to be for the media, and they're not. They're for the fans. So it's just chaos. So that was like, you could hear them kind of. I'll say this. I have a new respect for Travis Kelce. Because
he was great.
Not only was he great, the media sucks. So I don't know how many minutes I listened to him speak. Probably 25 minutes. Of every 10 questions, 9 of them had some tinge to Taylor. Like, this is a Hall of Fame football player.
Yeah.
And all they were talking to him about was Taylor, 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 new album, Grammys, Taylor, 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 Tokyo. And he stood there and answered every question differently with a different spin, giving nothing but massive amounts of respect to Taylor Swift. And I was like, you know what, man?
Do you think he's a media guy?
He's 100% a media guy, but he's more.
The podcast and everything else has made him more polished. He's very aware of the situation. He was excellent.
He was excellent.
Excellent.
And he didn't step in anyone's bear trap.
Absolutely
because
not.
Because they were laying them all over the place.
You and this laying the bear traps. Where were the questions for Mahomes about his dad? None. It was a show.
Are you sure? I was there the whole time.
They tried to yell it out. He
ignored it. He ignored it. Well, I mean, it was asked. I told you to ask it. He ignored it. But they tried to get him to ask it. The whole thing was very much for the fans. And
100%.
And today is more of, I guess, for the media. But it's going on. You got to come on here at some point.
Yeah.
At some point. Sorry, it's Megan Olivi from the
Absolutely.
UFC walking by. We have to get her on. So, all right. Stupak from SportsGrid joining us here for the first time ever. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am wonderful. I feel like I know you. I watch you so much doing social content for SportsGrid. Is this your first Super Bowl?
This is my second Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, I'm only 21 and I'm here.
Yeah.
2 years in a row.
Spoiled.
Right.
I'm so spoiled.
Yeah.
Like, where do I go from here?
You did Arizona and you did this.
Now I'm in Vegas.
And you live in New York?
It's only going to go
I live
like
in New
this.
York.
It's only going to go like this.
Right?
I mean, you started
I'm at the
right
peak.
at the top.
And now it's just like,
Right.
Bye-bye.
But at least you got weather to to deal with a little
yeah,
bit.
the
Okay.
weather's.
Feels like
When
home?
does it rain in the
Never.
desert?
This
Never.
week.
Right.
This week.
When we're
It
all
does
here.
Rain. Don't tell people it never rains. It rains. But not like this.
It's supposed to rain like 4 days a year here.
No.
No, it rains.
No.
Am I making this up?
It
No.
rains. Yeah. Don't
February-
believe everything you see
I'm
on the
making
internet.
it up.
Yes.
Don't believe everything you see on the internet.
It was just a word of mouth thing. I didn't look this up.
February is our monsoon season.
Right.
So we get snow and rain during February. We don't get this.
Yeah.
This is East Coast rain.
This is bad.
Just all day. Like
This
we don't
is
get all
what
day.
I'm used to.
Correct.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
I'm from Boston. He's in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So this is
So
we're
we
all
get
East Coast
the-
people.
Right.
We understand this is not normal. So this also drives the casinos, everyone into the casinos.
Yeah, it's
So
great
it's
business.
good for
Great for them.
business.
Great
It's
business.
good for
Trust
business.
me, I know. The second I landed, sat at a table. Was there for 3 hours.
Oh no.
What did you play?
Blackjack.
You like it?
Love. It's the only game I know how to play. It's the only game I know how to play. Otherwise,
like
it's just
love.
like
Fine. That's good. That was good. Okay.
Wow. Not like love.
So have you played again, or was it just the one
yeah.
night? Oh, you're finding time to
played
do
last
that?
night.
Okay.
We got back from media night,
How was that for you?
Amazing.
For her, that's a target-rich environment for social media content. Oh my!
Nick Bosa and I fell in love.
Oh.
It might be one-sided.
Oh,
see,
all right.
Isn't it funny? Because I said to him, I was like, man, one brother got kissed with the good-looking gene and the other one did not.
He's gorgeous.
Nick is a movie star.
Nick is
Joey's
gorgeous.
not.
Joey's
not.
No.
I was like, there's a definite difference in the brothers
doing right now.
I'm just saying. I said it to you last night.
You said it to me right almost in front of him. I'm like,
I was like,
can he hear us? Like, what would you say that?
He got the movie. He got the movie
He
star
could
gene.
rip you in half.
He could.
No question.
But he actually might not even waste his time. He might just be like, I know I could crush you.
Right.
I'm gonna walk
That's
around.
fine.
Right.
Yeah.
Bye. I'm ignoring you.
Like I have better things to do here.
Yes.
So what is a week like this for you? What do you do? What's every day like for you?
Every day, it changes every day.
Okay.
So it depends on who I could find, who I could bother enough
Excellent.
to get some content. So I had Sean Merriman today, actually.
Nice.
I had him again last year. We did the Lights Out dance.
Yeah.
Great guy.
Yeah.
Great guy. Easy to talk to. Really nice.
Are we doing TikTok dances? This is what we're
No,
doing?
we did the Lights Out dance.
Lights Out dance.
The infamous. Got the switch on the arm.
Right. Yeah.
We compared forearms.
His
How'd that
On
work
mine
out?
are bigger.
Okay. All right. Good. Hey, I would have made you the underdog in that situation, but that's fine. Yeah.
Mine are bigger.
Okay.
Today he
Well,
told me
all right.
he'd rather take 20 fifth graders
Okay.
over a brown bear. Like who he could fight and who he could win.
Really?
He thinks he could beat 25th graders over a brown bear?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with that.
You think so?
It's a brown
Yeah.
bear.
When do you think you would tap out? How many fifth graders?
What are you talking about?
Bears can rip your arm off right out of your
Yeah,
socket.
it's
like,
a
just-
one-shot
You're going
deal.
to take like 150 fifth graders.
That's okay. I don't know
Yeah.
150.
No way.
But,
They
but-
would-
But I don't know.
Listen, we're dads. Okay, I got 3 daughters.
Right.
He's got one.
We can take care
Give
of
me the
ourselves.
5th grader. I'll take them all.
I don't want a bear.
That's fine. A
No,
bear.
thank you.
It's
What
over.
about like a small one? A cub?
No, then mama comes and kills me. I don't want
I
that.
don't want
I don't want mama
wrestling
bug.
Where there's a
bear.
cub, there's a mama.
Yeah,
That's right.
I
That's
get no
right.
desire to be.
Yeah.
Bears can take you apart like a gingerbread man. Like they can
They'd rip your
They
face.
can rip your limbs off.
But
No,
they
thank
say you play dead with a brown bear.
Sure, and then
Right.
you are one. And then
Yeah,
you are,
and then you're-
you play
then you're
dead, then
actually
you
dead.
are dead.
Then you're
You are
actually
dead.
dead.
It sticks its claws into you, and then you are dead. So like
gracious.
while you're playing dead, yes.
We have a live show on Thursday at Resorts World at 4 o'clock. We're
Okay.
doing this over there.
Yeah.
If you'd like to come, you show up. You can do social if you want. You can come hang out.
Let's do
You're
it.
21.
21.
So you can come right in. We're doing it right from the sports book. So you're more than welcome to come
Perfect.
and hang out, and then we can go right over to the blackjack area
Oh,
if
yeah.
you'd like.
If I have money.
Well, see, this is the problem. When are you leaving?
If
Saturday.
I have money.
Okay, it's Tuesday.
Yeah.
It's a marathon. You know that, right? Like
Yeah.
everybody
Yeah.
comes
I've
to
been
Vegas.
sprinting. I've been sprinting.
This is
Whoa.
you
No.
slow down.
Because
I
tonight's
know.
the media night for drinking, okay?
Right.
So you have to
Oh,
be careful
boy. Here we
tonight.
go.
Because tomorrow,
Here we go.
Because tomorrow morning, every person in this place is going to be a hungover mess.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I don't drink.
Oh,
Right.
That's
so,
smart. Smart.
but if I do have a drink,
yes,
game over.
game over.
Wallet is empty.
You're not playing blackjack.
I wouldn't be able to.
Okay, smart. Don't
that's-
drink
so-
and play.
okay, so-
I'd have
yeah,
to hide my
okay.
wallet.
Drinking and
Right, okay,
gambling
yes.
is a bad
Yeah.
mix.
Right. That's
no,
not
it's
good.
not good. Day one, I came here, $300 down.
Right. Boom.
I had to ask the person next to me, I think his name was Gustavo, for his Zelle.
Oh no, you did
He gave
not.
me his Zelle,
Oh no.
and he gave me $100
Oh
cash.
no. This is what happens all the time.
This is what happens. If my dad's watching this, he will be
Mr.
mortified.
Stupak, no.
Dad, I'm
Okay,
sorry.
hold on.
Yeah, like
I'm so
like,
sorry.
like this.
You Venmo'd a stranger.
Zelle.
A stranger. Zelle.
Same difference.
Straight to the bank
Zelle.
account.
Straight to the
Oh.
bank. You Zelled somebody
in Vegas.
in Vegas.
Oh boy.
So that guy now has your information.
Yeah.
Katie.
Katie,
It's just the phone number.
No.
don't
No,
share.
Don't ever do that
This
again.
town,
This is
do
no
not
good.
share
Please.
He was like
anything.
my age.
It doesn't
No,
matter.
It doesn't matter.
In this town,
that's
don't
that's
trust
exactly anyone.
literally every person you
No.
meet in this town
Right.
think
All
that
right,
they are a
that's it.
serial killer. Okay,
That's fair.
Every person is a serial killer. They're wacko,
they're
crazy,
bad.
weird.
They are
Out-
wacko crazy.
Even
Yeah,
if they're nice,
yeah.
they're probably
They're still wacko crazy.
or they have an angle.
But
Angle.
it was 10 o'clock in the morning.
That's even better.
It's even worse.
This is this is the mark.
Yes.
They found her.
They found me.
Hey.
Oh my!
I
A 21-year-old
I was
at
like-
10 o'clock in the morning. We'll get our Zelle account. We'll go in. I'm sorry, your dad is not going to be
My
happy
parents,
with you.
then they taught me well. It's not like they didn't teach me well.
You're from New York.
Vegas,
Where's the street smarts? Come on.
I don't know.
Where is this street
I don't
smarts?
know.
This is what happened. People come to Vegas and they leave their brain on the plane.
Yeah.
They're like, forget it. We're done.
They don't even leave it on a
The
plane.
brain
They leave
was
it at the
left.
airport.
But the good news
wherever they're flying from.
is that now I'm now up.
Oh.
Okay, good.
I'm up like
Okay, right, yeah,
$220.
that's good, right. And
So
it's
he was good
Tuesday.
luck.
He was good luck.
Good
and it's
stuff was
Tuesday.
good luck.
Okay.
And I'm up. Last time I was in Vegas, I started with $25.
Yeah.
Guess how much I left with?
$25.
$600.
Woo, all right. Not bad.
$600.
Okay.
So
All on blackjack?
all on blackjack.
Wow.
I will sit at that table for hours.
How many hands? I mean, how many? What's your? Do you 10, 20, 25? What's the max you'll play?
It depends on what the minimum is.
Right. Start with the
I'd
minimum.
love to start with like a good 10.
Okay.
But usually I'm at night. It's nighttime, so it's like a $25 minimum.
Do you shop 6-5 blackjack or do you not care?
6-5 blackjack.
Okay. So
No idea.
Educate-
I don't
educate-
even know how to count.
So you asked the dealer?
I have to ask the dealer because when there's more than 2 cards there, and if they're not tens, I have no idea how to count. It's literally like if there's a 6, a 5, and a 3, I'm like count.
I gotta put my glasses on for this. So do you split or double or any?
Okay,
of that stuff?
yesterday it was a free bet.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I did the pot of gold thing because I was told to do the pot of gold.
By whom?
The person
guy
next
that
to
gave
me.
you the Zell.
Not Gustavo.
Gustavo told
Not
you to do it.
Gustavo.
told you to buy it.
Oh my goodness gracious!
So I did the pot of gold.
Starting to
And
sweat.
I won like
Thinking
$50
of my
extra
daughters.
dollars on that one because
okay.
I got to do the
Katie.
free bet thing.
So how much money are you putting down in the pot of gold?
$5.
$5. Every hand.
And the
Every
bet
hand.
No.
and the bet
Oh,
is
okay.
10.
No.
Oh, you just did the pot of gold once.
pot of gold once.
And you
fair.
won.
All
And I
yeah.
won.
Okay,
That's
good.
great.
Good
Okay,
odds.
great.
That was good.
Good odds.
And then the
Okay.
next
Okay.
one, I got blackjack, and I was like, this is my table.
Okay.
Like,
Sweet.
Vegas is my place. I
Right.
own Vegas now.
Okay, so
yeah.
if I give you 2 aces, what are you doing?
I'm staying. What is she showing? What is the dealer showing?
I don't care. I'm hitting on both. You split it.
I'm not splitting that.
You don't split aces.
If you
How much is it? Wait, hold on. What is it? Is it a 20?
no,
no,
it's it's 12.
it's
Oh, then I'm hitting. Then I'm hitting.
okay. I don't. I mean,
This is
it's-
unbelievable.
I told
This is
you,
great.
math is not my thing.
This is what
That's
did you
why I'm in
major in
sports.
college. What did you major in?
Communication.
There we
Okay,
go.
all right, there
That's
you
fine,
go.
mine too.
Excellent.
There we go.
Yeah,
No
he's a
math.
professor.
No
Yeah.
math and no
Yeah.
science.
No math.
All right, that's
I
great.
actually took
He's terrible at
stats.
the math. Yeah.
Stats in high school.
How'd
AP
that work out?
stats.
How'd you
I
do?
fell asleep during my AP. I didn't even look at it. I signed my name and I fell asleep. And it was during COVID, so it was all online. It was all online. So I was like, what am I supposed
My
to do?
oldest daughter is 1 year younger than you.
Yes.
Kylie, Kelsey, Kendall. Don't do
What
what,
are you,
she
Kardashian?
Oh,
did. Yeah,
you like
well,
the case.
we were doing it before
All
them.
Ks?
Yeah, so we have all
I don't
Ks,
think
yeah.
you're
K
before
names
them.
are great.
They are great.
K names
Katie.
are the best. Yeah.
Katie.
Yeah,
Stupak.
Katie.
With the K.
There
That
you
was
go.
actually our next one. If we were
Katie?
going to have another one, yeah,
a
that
good
was going to
one.
be. Yeah, that was going
It's
to be our
a,
next
it's a
one.
great name.
But
I was
it's
actually
locked up.
supposed to be Lauren.
Yeah, really?
Don't know why.
What's your middle name?
Rebecca.
Okay, all right.
So the chat is saying
KRS.
The chat is saying that she's the girl at the on the end of the shoe that wrecks the blackjack
Yeah,
table.
yeah.
Oh no!
I am.
Oh, everybody's looking at you.
I am. I'm sorry,
Yes.
guys.
She's on 16.
I'm
Everyone's
sorry.
like, don't hit. She's like, hit.
Yep. Oh
Wait,
boy.
I always hit on 16s.
Okay, good. That's
okay,
fine.
but
I
but
hit
it
on
depends on what the
Depends on what the
dealer's
dealer's showing.
Right. If the
dealer
dealer's
has
showing
a
like
4,
an 8,
Yes.
I'm hitting.
If the
Okay,
dealer has
that's
a
fine.
4 and you have 16, what are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing?
I'm probably gonna stay on that one.
Stay on that one.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Okay,
All right,
good.
that's
All
good.
right, so that's fine.
If you get
Okay.
if you get 2 aces, split
Now
them
that
always.
okay, listen, I don't know what the aces equal.
11
That's,
or 1.
Okay,
That's a very confusing thing.
they are
They're worth
confusing.
11 or 1. They're worth both.
So I could either have 12 or 2.
Correct. Or
Then you
tw-
have to hit.
or
But
22.
but you-
so when you
split
asked
them-
me, I thought that it was 20.
But if you
No,
split
yeah,
them
but
and
if
you
you
get
split them
10,
and then you
10,
get a 10, you get 21.
double blackjack.
Sick.
So
There
then
you go.
split aces.
Split
always.
aces.
Sick. Splitting aces.
Yes,
Always.
remember that.
It does-
2 blackjacks.
It
David
doesn't
Matt
matter.
told you split
Yeah.
aces.
It doesn't matter what the dealer has. Doesn't matter.
Okay,
They
doesn't
split
matter.
Aces. Split aces always.
Split aces.
You
Yes.
should
And I
split
heard you
aces,
don't
yes.
split the stuff that starts with an F. 4s, face cards, 5s.
Face cards.
That's what I heard.
Give me some.
Yeah.
I don't know. All
That's
depends
great.
If a dealer has a 6, I split face cards. But that's
You would
just me.
split the face
That's
cards?
just
Don't
me.
But
ever
it's an
do that.
automatic win.
Oh
Why
my
would you?
God.
Automatic.
Don't ever do
Basic.
that.
They're
You split
going
face
to
cards.
bust.
You're
Say they
getting
have a
thrown
10.
out of the shoe. We're throwing
there's
you
a-
out of the
if there's
shoe.
a 6,
It depends.
if they're showing a 6,
Yep.
they're going to turn that card over. That's a 10.
You're assuming it's a 10.
It's most likely going to be a 10.
Don't.
You always assume it's a 10.
Correct.
Thank
Correct.
goodness.
Yes.
So it's a 6.
Yes.
Anyone
Most
that plays
likely they're going to
blackjack
bust.
knows don't split face cards. Look at the camera right here, Dave. Don't split face cards. Tell them in the chat, Peralt, don't split face
No,
cards.
it's fine.
Katie, don't split face
Never
cards.
split a face card.
Thank you.
Look, if I played 2 or 1 deck blackjack up against me versus the dealer, I will depend on what it's being shown. I've split it before.
All right, that's fine.
Single deck blackjack or double deck blackjack is my favorite blackjack to play, but I like to play early in the morning and no one's there. It's just me versus the dealer.
Are you doing videos the rest of the week?
Yeah.
Do a blackjack video with Dave.
Blackjack video.
Yeah, we should actually.
We can't take videos at the table.
Okay, Dave's gonna go over and teach at 12:20. Dave's gonna go over and
Let's
teach
do it.
a media personality here from San Francisco.
Okay.
How to play blackjack.
going over
Secretly,
there,
I
yeah.
don't know how to play. I just kind of like go with the flow.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you
And
mean
it's
go
been
with
working.
how do you go with the flow of blackjack? Like
Let her go.
I look at what
Let's
I
just
have
go
and I
with
say,
the flow, bro.
and I say whatever my gut tells me.
Oh,
Okay.
do you ever ask the dealer what to do?
Yeah, all the time.
That's good.
Because I can't count.
Do you play at home?
Blackjack?
Yeah.
No.
So this is only a Vegas
Only
thing.
in Vegas.
Okay.
Only
good.
in Vegas.
All right.
This is the one time
No New Jersey.
that my gambling
none of the,
addict self will
okay.
come out.
How far are you from a casino?
At home.
At home?
Yeah. How far?
I don't even know if there's a casino near me.
Where do you live in New York?
Long Island?
There's
one in like Brooklyn,
Yeah,
right?
there's like 5 right by you.
Yeah, they're like
Yeah,
sketchy.
Long Island.
I don't know if I
You gotta
go.
drive.
Sketch?
You're probably an hour.
You know
I
that?
also just turned 21, and I turned 21 in Columbus because Ohio State Buckeyes
Okay.
still basically go to
sorry.
school there.
Okay. What do you mean?
Okay.
Basically?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Like I graduated, but I didn't. Like
What do you mean you graduated?
I graduated early, but I don't get my diploma till the spring.
Oh,
Got
right.
it.
But you're
I'm
graduating.
actually smart. Although I can't count, I'm smart.
That we believe.
I'm
Actually,
smart.
this
I
is
am.
We might need to
great.
do this again with her. We may have her back
Yeah,
on.
we're gonna have you on the show once a week. If
I
you're
love
allowed.
it.
Yeah,
This
that
has
would be
been
great.
I love it.
Yeah,
This has
yeah.
been
I could
tremendous.
talk all day long.
This is great.
All right, Katie, tell everybody what you're doing here for SportsGrid throughout the week. Where can they
Okay.
find the stuff?
Look right at that
Today,
camera right
which
there.
one?
There you go. That one.
That
Yeah,
one.
right there.
You.
Yeah, right there.
Today, I will be taking some content. I'm going to see who is around. I'm going to annoy them, say, hey, I need you for social. They're usually like, yeah, you could annoy me. You know. So they usually let me annoy them. And I'll be getting some great content, so you better follow that one.
There we go.
Great
Yeah, right
content.
there.
So you have to follow along on every single platform that you possibly can. If you don't have any socials, get with it.
Even
Get
David-
with
even
it
Dave has
and
socials.
start following.
Yes.
Because if you're not,
What are you doing?
you're
Yeah,
not doing
you're-
it
you're not
life
doing it
right.
right.
You're not.
Between life
yeah.
right.
You're not.
Katie Stupak with SportsGrid. This was a blast. We'll do it
Thank
again.
you.
Do it,
We'll
right?
do it again.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
Now
you for
just
coming on.
pull that microphone
That-
off.
that was
before-
really-
I hope it doesn't take
you know.
my hair out.
Yeah, just be careful. It has a big thing
I
behind
don't
you.
know.
There you go.
Jack, do you want to
Done.
help her?
There you go.
I don't want to hurt her.
Perfect.
Oh, there we go. She did it.
Awesome.
Good. There we go.
She can do
Okay.
a lot of things
That's
except
phenomenal.
count.
That's good. Except count. Katie, good stuff.
Thank you.
Oh, you let Dave hang.
I went like this to give you a
Dave
little.
giving you a high five.
There you go. Thank you.
Left
All right.
Dave hang.
Excellent.
I mean, come
All
on
right.
now. So what's going on?
Yeah, that was great.
I don't want to interrupt Adam with Megan, but we can grab Megan.
Megan.
I don't know what she's doing. I don't know. I mean, you see, get Miss Megan Olivi from the UFC to sit down. We go from one brunette to another.
Adam, can we tap her? Can you come over now when you're done? Okay, perfect. All right, great.
Okay, no worries.
Thank you.
We'll come back. So she'll get her back.
Yeah.
So now Megan has a handler. So this is phenomenal.
This is
so,
great.
So she's now she's now going up to where she has a handler now. That's
good.
That is showing the rise of one Miss Megan Olivi, who is easily.
I mean,
she
you
is
can
my
only
favorite.
imagine how people get bothered. You know what I mean?
She
Like
is
people
my
get
favorite-
bothered all
yeah.
the time.
Megan is my favorite media
So,
personality
yeah.
in Vegas.
Yeah.
So I like a bunch, but she's my favorite. She's come to my class. I think I've done 8 semesters. She's come to my class 5 times and sat there for 2 hours with my students.
Oh, excellent.
She's been
Okay.
just absolutely tremendous. Joseph Benavidez, her husband, is an absolute joy. They just came back from Hawaii. I talked to her. I don't know. We DM once a week or two. I just don't know what's going on. She is the greatest coffee maker ever that I have to talk to her about.
Oh.
I want her coffee maker. It's absolutely tremendous.
Seriously?
Seriously. It's unbelievable. It's every time I see it, I'm like, Megan, you make me want to go shop and buy a brand new coffee maker. So,
Right.
well, we'll get her on at some point during the week
Okay.
for this. Who are you waving at? Oh, Arash, you want to go get Arash Markazi?
He's coming over right now. Yeah.
Arash is going to come on by. All
just
right.
wave him over and come on down.
Get Arash on. Look at that.
Yeah.
Very cool. We'll get him on.
What's up, sir?
The Sporting
How are
Tribune.
You?
How are you, Arash? Good to see
Pull
you.
This over. Patrick's going to put that over your head and help you out to make sure you sound good, because you always look good. We'll have that. Yeah, put that down. There we go. Put that around the ear.
Oh, there we go.
We got that.
The one and only.
Are you comfortable?
The founder of the Sporting Tribune joining us, Mr. Arash Markazi, who is a part-time Vegas resident and part-time. You still in LA part-time, or are you full-time Vegas?
50-50, I guess. But I love Vegas. You know, like I came here during the pandemic and really made it my home. And it was already becoming like a sports hub. With you know, we knew the Super Bowl would be coming here. F1, the Final Four, college football. It's amazing.
Do you believe this? You were in LA.
Yeah.
Last year in Arizona. It won't stop raining. That's the only thing that hasn't gone exactly as planned, right? Yeah. We cannot. But like Vegas, Super Bowl, we were talking about last night.
Yeah.
It feels a little extra. But that's what it's supposed to feel like in Vegas, isn't it?
It's Vegas. It should feel extra. I love that there's slot machines here at the media center.
Yes.
I love that we're connected to the Mandalay Bay and the Luxor. And, you know, I mean, I think people want to come to Vegas. And now when you add the Super Bowl with Vegas, I mean, this was already the place to be. And I've told people, listen, if you can't go to the game, and the majority of the country can't, Vegas is the best place to be. And now what you're going to have, guys, is I think there's a lot of people who come in for the week, they do their show, and then maybe they leave Friday, maybe they leave Saturday. If they're smart and hopefully they can find a place to stay, they should stay for the game.
Right.
You know?
Well, it's not like there isn't a place to watch it.
There you go.
The books, the VIP parties. You can go places and find it.
True.
I mean, you can go very upscale too.
Exactly.
I think
off strip.
But like Vegas has Vegas has done the Super Bowl. Chris Andrews was on last week with us from the South Point. He said there's always been 2 Super Bowls. Where the game's at and then Vegas.
Exactly.
Both the worlds combined. I mean, it's crazy.
It's amazing. And I've told people, like, at some point in your life, you got to come here for the first weekend of the tournament. The March Madness is, and that
sounds like a great idea.
I would say, because you don't know where the best first round game is.
Right.
So that is the one sporting event that I would say it doesn't even matter. Vegas is the place to be. And also the Super Bowl.
Are you coming for that?
Oh, I always come for March Madness.
We know a couple guys.
Yes.
We're going to do a live show from the Resorts World Sportsbook on Thursday and Friday.
There.
You're invited.
I'm there.
We're going to have codes, hopefully, and all these different things. If you need to find a place to stay.
He lives
Resorts
here.
World.
I live here.
I know, but like
if
you can bring people
I like
with
to,
us.
You know, stay at the hotel from
He
time
does.
to time.
This is how I met him. He was at the Cosmo
but like
one
Resorts
time.
World's like by your condo. Like
I know, right?
Yeah.
You just walk there.
Yeah, just like walk home.
Come over.
All right.
We'll get in touch, and you guys can, hang out and do all that stuff. You got a place for the first 2 days.
I'm pumped.
That's perfect.
Thank you so much.
Let's talk about the Sporting Tribune a little bit and just new media, because we talked to Robert Littal earlier on the show from Black Sports Online, and you've broken off. You've been on some big platforms, working with some very big companies in your career, and now have gone into this very cool venture where you're covering a lot of West Coast and Hawaii coverage. I have folks in Hawaii who bring you up by name
all the time.
Arash Markazi,
all the time.
I read his stuff. What's it been like? How have things been going? And where are we going as an industry that caused you to say, hey, I'm starting my own shop?
Yeah, I mean, January was really the worst time in just journalism history, but also sports journalism in terms of like the number of cutbacks, layoffs, companies that did not survive. We really wanted to find a way to cover this region of Southern California, Vegas, Hawaii. We looped in Hawaii because they love our teams, and as you guys know, in Vegas, the ninth island is Vegas. So how do we cover this region properly with people who really love it? We got Steve Karp on board. He's been doing this forever.
Karp's phenomenal.
Right?
He's a great guy.
I think we're all.
Do you need a show to kind of put stuff out? I'm just asking. Let's talk after all this is done.
Yes.
We can help you out.
Anytime you text him and he wants to come on, he loves to bet the ponies.
Yes.
So he'll be at the South Point and the West
all
Gate.
of the above.
But we all got to figure out a way to like how do we do this? How do we grow the business? And because it is very depressing looking at the headlines right now.
Ooh.
But there's a pathway. I mean, sports has never been more popular than they are. Let's look at the TV numbers. Look at the TV viewership for the conference championship.
Why don't the execs get that?
I don't,
Because you own your own shop. We own our own shop. We're in the same way, but it feels like there's this disconnect.
This is the model, by the way. I mean, this wasn't possible, like even maybe 10 years ago, certainly not 15
5 years ago.
No, it wasn't possible 2 years ago until they told us bye-bye, and then we're like, all right, well, we're going to keep doing this.
But then it's like you become, your own brand, your own company, and then there's like an authenticity attached to that where people know you guys. So I think that's the future. It's not simple.
No.
It's not easy.
No.
You got to grind, as you guys know. And so there will be people like along the way who don't want to do that. Like they don't want to grind. And they're like, well, my job is not there. Maybe I'll do something else. Like I love this. You love this. Like the passion is there.
Absolutely.
So we just bring on people who have that same kind of passion, and we just continue.
Are we in what inning are we in the internet? Are we in like the 5th inning, 6th inning?
With the internet?
Well, I think because of where you get your content out and we get our content out.
Great.
We don't need the big brands anymore.
No, 100%. Well, the beauty is the smartphone. And again, we've had the smartphone for years, but there's no newspaper. I mean, again, the reason that you have it is the reason that you still have the sheets at the sports book and you have the stuff, which is important. So we'll probably have some semblance of that.
Yeah.
But the Los Angeles Times right now, and I just talked to a friend he said our print subscribers are less than 100,000. You could fit them all in the Rose Bowl. And then,
that's incredible.
But it's crazy. But then I look around and I'm like, oh yeah, where I would normally get it, the newsstand I grew up with is gone.
Yeah.
The paper at the grocery store is gone. I used to be able to get the Times at the casino. That's gone. So I'm like, well, I guess that makes sense. But that number to me is staggering as someone who grew up, getting the physical paper. But now what do? We grow up, and we're like up in the morning, and it's the phone.
But
so it's a great question.
The cost is so low, right?
Exactly.
The cost, because radio's going through the same thing where you need land, power, the tower, all these things to make a radio station operate. We don't need it anymore.
You don't need that anymore.
It's just record and we're out and it's going on your phone.
If you wanted to start a sports company like we did 10, 15 years ago, all right, we need a brick and mortar office. Yeah. We need a newsroom. We need a printing press. Right. We need this. We need it's you just need to go online,
right?
And you just start
it's all right there. So that's why we talk about it all the time about there's a massive disconnect between where we're going and where all these brands are because their cost is coming down, yet no one's investing the right way.
Here's the difference. It is hard for an older company to unwind.
To pivot.
It's almost impossible to kind of start from scratch.
It's the Titanic going straight. Yeah. They can't pivot left. They can't even turn the
wheel.
Whereas
if you're going to start a company in 2024, it's okay, I don't need all these things that would have been a big drain before.
Yeah, cost expensive.
And then again, surrounding yourself with people who want that same vision that you
have. You have to have that.
You have to have and then
that.
Let's figure this out together. Because quite frankly, while we're figuring it out, we can't give you that 6-figure job that you had before. It doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist anymore, right?
But
the passion project, I think, is a great point because you're willing to invest in your own future versus someone else's future,
and that's the beauty. The phone call of the company not surviving is not going to that'll be me deciding.
Do you want to keep going?
That's me.
Your call. Right.
We control our own destiny, and it's beautiful what you guys have done. And a lot of people here, back in the day, these would only be sports talk station. We're the talk leader. Now it's a lot of podcasts and a lot of grinders.
Yeah.
I
remember growing up. I told Dave this when I grew up. I grew up outside of Boston. WEI was the standard, was the dream for me to go and work for. I worked for them. I eventually, after 12 years of going all over the country in radio, I eventually went back to work for them. And I remember coming to Radio Row was the big moment. If you were on Radio Row. So we went to LA and I was this is incredible. And I didn't think it was it didn't meet my expectations, but it was so different because of the number of people who were here. It wasn't the Foxes and the ESPNs and that's it. It was Oklahoma podcast or like a guy in Texas or like it's been such a different world now. It's so much easier to create. The audience is what matters now, not the brand. Can you attract an audience, people who want to consume your content versus having a brand that, I know what that is, I know what that is, I know what that is. We fight it all the time. Like that logo for us goes on a hat and our audience goes crazy for it.
I love that.
Yeah. And it's like that to us is such an important thing because we don't need the billion-dollar brand. It's not as important anymore. It's just your connection. Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is that barrier is broken down now. Where it's not the same. Yes, like that.
Love that.
Yeah.
And again, what you'll have is like these big companies who don't have the connection to their fan base or whatever come to you guys like, hey, like, can we work with you? And
Look
then
at Pat.
it's a perfect example where he still does his show.
Right.
But he's making a ton of money and he's on TV. He's
on other platforms. Yep.
I think that's a way to go about it as well. Where I'm not saying I wouldn't want to do stuff with like the traditional media. However,
but
I love that we control what we do.
Yeah, I mean,
control is nice.
It is nice.
Control is nice.
It's important.
Absolutely.
It has to be. I mean, to me, it has to be. Okay, so the game on Sunday, who's winning?
I like the Chiefs. I'm surprised you guys know this better than I do about the spread. Like like I get it. I mean, the Chiefs have not really played that well up until the postseason, but there's something about this team with the moxie that they have, the success that they've had. They went into Buffalo, they went into Baltimore. Everyone said, like they can't go on the road. This is a team that's won, so I do like them. I do think it's going to be a classic game. I do think it'll be another 3-point field goal winner for the Chiefs late.
High scoring, low scoring game.
It'll be
47.5 is the total.
I like the over.
Over? Okay.
I think it'll be a high-scoring game.
That's it. That's all I got for you, sir. I mean, but we're going to come by.
Say hi.
We love you. We love everything you're doing.
Look at that
Tell
camera.
the people right there,
everyone,
that camera.
Where can they get your stuff?
All the stuff. Yep, right there.
This is Arash Markazi. You can check us out at thesportingtribune.com, covering Southern California, Las Vegas, and Hawaii.
Very cool. Thank you so much,
Thank
my friend.
you.
Thank you, sir. Just pull that off behind you. Just go backwards with it. There you go.
Yeah, look at that.
Perfect.
Very cool.
Awesome.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you coming on by.
See you later.
Thank you very much. Sorry, man. Appreciate it. Okay.
All right, we're rolling. What do you got? Text? Everything okay? Uh-oh. All right, good.
What I said where I was going before,
Yep.
I don't have to go with it anymore. So we're all good.
Oh.
Because somehow magically they opened the right file. So so we're all good. So we're good there. All right.
Right.
We have about
news.
9 minutes or so left here before we'll wrap. I do want to get to one topic before we run out of time here. Roger Goodell yesterday.
This is a hat bag, by the way. This is, so I'm going to leave this on probably for tomorrow. I'll leave this right here so you guys can see it. But yes, it's a hat bag. It's I carry it with me everywhere.
Okay.
Keeps everything nice. Go.
So Roger Goodell yesterday held his State of the State address.
Yep.
In which he was asked again about the integrity of the game.
Yep.
Did you know that they have told every single employee of the NFL they cannot gamble at all on anything?
Yep.
While they're here.
Yeah.
What is it?
Period.
Period. Nothing.
Like where they go home too. Yeah. But here, don't step foot inside.
What is the logic behind this?
I don't know.
What if I'm
above my pay grade?
If I'm in the PR department of the NFL, and I want to go and sit down at a blackjack table, how in the that's where I would swear, Will.
But yes, right. Well,
how in the world does that impact my job?
Doesn't.
How in the world does that make me not be able to do my job as a PR person? That I'm going to go in there at a blackjack table and blow $200 on a blackjack table. They're still doing it. Even after all of this, even after all the lunacy, even after Roger Goodell, there is a working slot machine sitting behind us with the NFL logo on it.
And all the teams and everything flies by. And
you walk into the media center and you're hit NFL slot machines. They've licensed this. So you can give the brand, you can give the actual brand, the NFL, to a gambling company to be used. But our employees will not step foot in a casino while they're in the number one casino operation in America.
If you do, you're fired.
Yes.
There's not a discussion. We told you the policy. You violated the policy. You're out. But I was walking. No, you're gone. That's it. Welcome.
I don't get even after all of the embarrassing egg on the face stuff,
No.
Roger Goodell is still going to have this angle of gambling is the devil.
Well, in that regard, yeah.
Our employees?
Yeah.
Players, fine. Coaches, fine.
Oh.
But
But
NFL employees?
Yeah, because the players or the coaches could tell the employees stuff and
on a blackjack table. Hey,
no,
stay on
but
20. Like what?
Yeah, hey,
like what are we?
You know, if you do that, then you do the other.
What
like
stakes?
there it is. That's
the lunacy of it.
Yeah, of course.
That's the marijuana.
I mean, we just had Katie on. She only plays blackjack.
That's the marijuana turns into a crackhead.
Yes,
that's what that is.
Yes,
it's automatically the same tie.
Yeah,
it can't just be for one to the other.
Yes,
I just don't understand the whole. It makes no sense.
Yeah. Thank you guys, by the way, for being here again. We'll be here all week.
There's your defensive lineman right there.
Oh, Cam.
That's
there's your. That's it. We took a picture last year. That's one of the biggest dudes. Yeah. There he is.
Yes.
How you doing? That's good. We'll get Cam later this week.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I gotta mention. Talk to him.
Good girl.
Can't just yell at him right now. He's a big guy. I don't want to yell.
He's a very big guy.
I stood next to him and I couldn't believe how big he was.
His hands are enormous.
Yeah.
Okay, so one more. The American Gaming Association came out with a study again. I know how you love these studies.
Yeah.
To say that nearly 70 million people are going to bet on the upcoming Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Do you believe that number?
Yeah. How many people live in America?
365-ish.
Okay, so 70s.
A big percentage.
No, it's not. It's 20%.
That's a lot of people.
20%. I told you this.
How many kids are under the age of 16 in the country? That's everybody.
Yeah.
How many adults are there in America? They're over 21. 200?
They count square pools.
They do?
As like
30 million
they count
on an app.
Everything.
30 million on an app.
Of course. Just half.
Do you want to sit?
You took the 70 and then this and that.
Yes.
Oh, please.
Sit.
That's all. We go.
That's all we got, too. We're off in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
This is absolutely
great.
tremendous.
Yes. Yes, sit right
please.
there. And then they'll take that. And then, you already very familiar with the whole thing. That's awesome.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hey, Jack, can you grab
Jack, can you? Yeah.
Oh, thank
all right,
you.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yes, help this.
Awesome.
We got Megan Olivi from the UFC coming in who.
Oh, you got it. Look at this. She's a pro.
Look at the pro.
Yeah.
Look at look at the hair.
Yeah.
The hair situation.
Right. Yeah.
We don't want to.
You're good.
He doesn't want to pull. Those things are cumbersome.
Yeah.
For people
You
with
got
hair.
it. All right.
It's on for 10 minutes.
Can we hear the mic?
Yeah. You can just hold it if you have to.
Yeah. Get the mic. Yeah. Hey, there's Charles. How you doing? Yeah. Hey, JD. What's up?
What's going on?
Yeah.
We can go ahead and throw that mic on. Oh, it looks great.
Oh, yeah.
No,
Looks awesome.
Okay.
Yes,
perfect.
Okay.
The one and the only Megan Olivi from the UFC.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm so thrilled to be here with you. I feel like my mic is hitting my face, but I'm so happy to be here with you. I'm so happy I saw you.
Yes.
This is the best. I'm very grateful to be here.
How was Hawaii?
Hawaii was great. Much needed. Good. We had these flight credits we had to use by like February 15th.
Right.
And I'm like, I don't want to go on another trip. I travel all the time. And then I'm like, let me just see. And covered the whole thing of Hawaii. I'm like, that's where we're going.
That's perfect.
Yeah,
that's
it's great.
I have to know this. Joe, your husband.
Yes.
What was the shrimp deal? Why was he so obsessed with the garlic shrimp?
So they have these shrimp trucks all over Hawaii with fresh shrimp. And first, okay, here's the thing. I loved it, but they leave the peel on, and I hate peeling shrimp. I hate it. It's like I kept offering to pay extra money for them to peel the shrimp.
Oh.
I was like, please, I hate this.
You're like, no.
Yeah, like this is the worst. But no, he loved it. He would eat like our last night. He's like, there's one other dish that I didn't get, so we had to order two. And the last night he ate them both. He's retired. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He loved it so much.
Tell people, how many flights a year do you take?
It's a really good question.
Over whatever number we come up with.
Yeah.
I mean, it's how many events? It's probably 2 a month, right? So
yeah,
24.
at least 2 a
Flights
month.
to and from is 48. And I'm going to go leisure. We're probably at around 69 and a half total.
Yeah, probably. And like
that's how you make a number.
A couple 100,000 miles for sure.
Oh,
because
the miles
we've
number's
got
way
like
high.
Australia and Brazil and Asia and all these different Abu Dhabi.
How long does it take you to get adjusted to the time zone?
Oh, I don't adjust, and it's horrible.
There she is.
Yeah,
so hard.
it is that. You know what? When people ask us like, "What's the hardest part of your job?" Genuinely, doing a show overseas is probably the hardest because we don't get there until sometime on Wednesday. We work Thursday, Friday, but those are different hours than Saturday. And so by Saturday, we're just zombies.
You don't even know. We're dating.
I'm like crying before the show even starts because I'm so tired. I'm like, how am I going to do this?
Oh, no.
Yeah. So it's a big challenge.
So you are doing something that the first time I saw you, I reached out to you, was when I saw you do the walk and talk with Conor McGregor. You were walking backwards, and Conor was walking fast, and I went, that's one of the most incredible interviews I've ever seen in my life.
Thank you.
Now we're doing you talking to Anik, which I love.
My God!
You're taking like a stroll, which is so how it feels like you guys at the UFC are trying to broaden the broadcast a little bit and do more things.
Yeah, you know what? All the credit goes to our producers and our director, Zach Candido and Anthony Giordano, our head producer and our director over there. They come up with these ideas. Anthony Giordano saw a hit that was similar, I guess, at the World Cup, and was like, "Can you do this?" I'm like, "We will see." and I didn't know about it. I think we might have rehearsed the very first one once, and then but like right before the show started. And that's 90-second hit that I'm memorizing anyway, and now you're like walking and stopping and then remember to start walking on this word again and walk through people. And so it's definitely not easy, but it is so fun because the challenge is definitely there. And so that's kind of what makes us feel alive, and it makes our shows different. It makes it different than any other broadcast.
Yeah. He's a professor at
Chino.
I've been in his class.
So I know. So I've heard. I've heard. What's it like talking to kids going to school to do what you do?
They want our job.
I know.
It's a good question.
But like seriously, you're in a position now where a lot of people are watching and going, I wish I can do that. And you're talking to the kids. What do you tell them?
Well, it's a really good question. I think it's kind of twofold. Like, a lot of times things seem very easy because the people who do them work really hard to make them look that way. Amen. And I think that's not something that is grasped in the beginning until they try it themselves. Like, I have a mentor program at work. I will work with interns. I'll work with employees. Whoever wants to be on camera, I try and help. But I also, spoke to Matt's class. I work with students at Seton Hall. And it's like everybody thinks they can do it until they try it. And so then they really, listen,
it's like
there's,
games.
I love it. It's the same
but
thing.
It's like, they definitely can. But those things come with a lot of effort. They don't come because I just show up and get my makeup done and, and now I can do these things. John Anik makes his job seem like a breeze, and that man is more prepared and works harder than anybody I've ever met in all of sports. And so those are the things that I think make the difference. When you can see what goes into it and how to be the best, that's kind of what I tell them. Do the work is always my advice. Do the work. Every step of the way is there for a reason.
Where are you from originally?
New Jersey.
Where is he?
North Jersey?
Central, Hunterdon County, but I went to Seton Hall in Essex County. So
I just dropped my daughter off at Rutherford, New Jersey, at Felician University. She's
amazing.
Going there to play softball.
Amazing,
so
congrats.
My oldest is there, so I'm going to learn a lot about jerseys. So if I have any questions,
Taylor
we want to
Ham.
have you back on the show.
Yes.
Like when you go to these events, ideally. So,
so you're going to get a battle, ham, egg, and cheese, but is it Taylor ham or do we say pork roll? I say Taylor ham. That's a big thing in New Jersey.
It's happening right now.
Wow. Right. I'm here to help. I'm here to help.
That was fast.
That's great.
You actually, when I just said New Jersey, it's pork roll in our ear from the Jersey kid.
Pork roll.
I say Taylor ham. I don't know who is saying pork roll, but we're fighting. We're fighting.
Adam. Yes.
So, right from you to here. So listen, I mean, we can do what we can do. We're on the clock.
You were there yesterday,
Sorry, Adam. Yeah.
You were yesterday. So
Adam is the best.
Megan's
the
today.
Best. He's the best, yeah.
But I know we're also
you
on
gotta
time.
go.
But
Right.
I have a football question, but before football. UFC 300, when are we getting the headliner?
I don't know. I don't know.
When are we getting this?
We are all waiting. All of us. Like, people think we have secret intel when we're employees. Like, sometimes we're the last to know, but like, we're dying to know. All of us are kind of like, who do you think it's going to be? Is it this? Is it this? Can Conor? I don't know. I hope it is.
DS3. Give me DS3.
I hope it's amazing. Whatever it is, I hope it's amazing, and I hope whoever's atop the marquee is like grateful to be there, and I hope the fans appreciate what it means to sign on this late for an event of that capacity as well.
Yeah, I mean DS3 to me, Conor DS3. I've been to the first two. I want to see the third.
Couldn't agree more.
I don't care. Belt, BFF, I don't care. Just get him in the octagon.
Couldn't agree more.
Let's just see it.
I'm in.
For legacy's sake, for fun. I mean, I just want to see it.
I hear Dana's going to be here tomorrow, so maybe you guys can.
Okay. All right.
I don't know.
Fine. All right.
I don't know.
That's good.
All right.
We love the info.
And then the football side, you have been incredibly easily integrated into broadcasting for the NFL.
Thank
How
you.
much fun are you having doing games in the NFL? Because it is a diversion for what you normally do.
It's the best. You show up on Sunday, it doesn't matter what game you have, and the whole country is watching. There's a feeling in the stadium. The players are excited to be there. I mean, it is America's sport for a reason. I am so grateful and blessed to have the opportunities I do with the NFL on Fox. It's super fun, and it's just different from what I get to do. It's kind of like an observe and report based on UFC. I'm wearing 80,000 hats and running around an arena, and
we have hats if you
want. Okay, I would love one. I would love
one. That's a great idea.
That would be great. But so it's super fun. I feel like I am living in a dreamland. The fact that I get to have these two jobs.
You earned every second of it.
Thank you.
It's not a dream.
Great.
You earned every second of it, for sure.
Thank
All right. I know you're going to wrap because people are wrapping up.
Just look at that camera.
Where can people follow you, get your stuff? What are you up to this week here for the Super Bowl?
Sure. Well, I'm here doing some media. I'm doing some work for MTV on the strip. Yes, very random.
MTV?
Yes,
wow.
yes. And then I'll be working the fight this weekend. And so we have lots of things going on. You can follow me on social at Megan Olivi. And and hopefully I get to see you guys again.
Yeah,
hopefully.
This is the best.
Awesome. Thank you.
I don't know what you're doing Thursday.
Yeah.
We're doing a live show at Resorts World at 4 o'clock.
Okay.
If you want to come by, you're more than welcome.
Sounds great.
Are you going to the honors?
VIP.
I'm not.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
no.
Well, we'll be there while they're walking in and all that stuff.
So
I'll bring the
Open
Taylor ham.
invitation. Bring it.
Bring Joseph.
Sounds great. I will.
Actually,
That sounds great. I'll do
Tell
that for
him
sure.
to do the show.
He's playing in a celebrity pickleball
I know
tournament
he
on
is.
Friday as
Okay.
well, so
All
I'll
right.
bring him
Well,
Thursday.
That's great.
Tell
All right.
Let's do it.
I know
Invitation.
You guys are the best.
The microphone.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Yeah.
That is
Right.
Megan Olivi.
Megan
everybody.
Olivi.
Absolutely the best.
Pull that back off.
All right, my Madonna mic is coming.
Thank you
There
very
it is.
much. Thank you for
Wow,
stopping by,
phenomenal.
Megan. That was absolutely tremendous. Megan Olivi
Unbelievable.
from the UFC and
All
the
right.
NFL on Fox here on the Bostonian versus the Book. That was day 2, Dave. We're done. That was so fast. That day flew.
Do you have any bets?
Any bets? Yeah.
Better to book it?
All
Do
right.
you have anything?
Let's do it.
Jack, if you got it,
Better-
hit it.
better
You got to
to book
go.
it. We gotta hit
You
it.
gotta hit the better to book it. Let's go.
Jack's like, oh,
I don't
wait.
know. We're going to go. Yeah, we got to go.
I got bets
All
for
right.
you. I actually got a bunch of bets for you.
Yeah, fire them away.
That I can go. There it is.
There it is. Good job, Jack.
All right. Rapid fire, better to book it.
Let's go.
North Carolina with the jacket.
With the jacket?
We're going again. Whenever I'm on SportsGrid, I'm wearing this jacket. I haven't lost a bet on North Carolina. I'm laying the 7. I know the number is 6.5.
And we're at home?
Yes, we're at home against Clemson. Beat them by 10. Kempom has a 10-point win.
Bet it.
Bet it. Bet number 2. We are going to the SEC.
Yeah.
South Carolina at home against Ole Miss. Ole Miss stinks on the road. They can't beat anybody.
What's the number?
Oh, it was 4 last night. Now it's 3.5. Numbers going against me. I still like it. South Carolina 8-3.
That's fine.
At
Bet
home.
it.
ATS.
Bet it.
At home.
Bet it.
Rolling. Number 3. Numbers against me again. UConn at home up against Butler, who was just a 10-point dog at Creighton. They won the game outright in overtime.
Yeah.
They're now catching 15. I got 14.5 last night. UConn's been bad as a big favorite at home. They haven't covered big numbers. 14.5. Butler. Better to book it.
Jeez. I guess we take the dog again. I say bet it. Here
All
we
right.
go.
Vegas and Edmonton. Aiden Hill is in net tonight for the Vegas Golden Knights. 6.5 at FanDuel. Minus 128. I'm going under Edmonton and Vegas.
This one has a chance of going over depending on if it turns into a shootout early. But if we get through the first period, 1-1 or less, we're good under.
Aiden Hill, I like him tonight. Winnipeg Jets are only minus 105 at your Pittsburgh
I don't
Penguins.
understand it.
I don't get it, but I'm taking the Jets. Money line, Jets to beat the Penguins.
Pittsburgh, I'm sorry. You know, I love you.
We're 5
Bet the Jets.
We're 5 for 5 on this, by the
Yeah.
way. And I'm taking the plus 125 dog on Vancouver on the road against Carolina.
Yeah, this is a trick.
I have no idea why Carolina's favored in this game.
Neither do I.
I'm taking Vancouver with plus money.
Wrong. We're booking this one. We can't do the sweep. I don't know why that number's the way it is.
Yeah.
That should be a little bit lower,
Yeah.
which makes me go, what don't I know? Nobody knows Squadouche, all that stuff. Book it.
All right, 5 out of 6 is for Bookits. Favorite thing about today is what?
Day 2, awesome. Guest list, awesome. Yesterday, media day, I'm walking around trying to get down to see you on the field because I walked in the wrong way. I'm working my way around. I said, look, I got this pass. How do I get down there? He says, go through this door. Before I go through this door, I walk around a curve, and there's 2 people that used to come into the M Resort every day that I hadn't seen. They moved from Chicago, George and his wife. were stopped. And I said, George. And he went, Dave, I haven't seen you in years. What are you doing here? Well, I'm going actually down to the field. I'm in the media now. Oh, my God. What book do you work at anymore?
None.
I don't work at the book anymore. I talk about working at the book. And he's like, that's a job?
It is now.
I said, it is now, George. So George is watching. The wife's watching. They're in the chat. I hope, because George is a little older, an old retired softball coach from Chicago. He said San Francisco's winning. Everybody's got a pick, P-Roll. That's his.
Including me. My favorite thing about today is the guest list. Getting Megan on was a treat. Again,
she'll be on the regular.
She is my favorite. That's her first appearance on BvB.
Yeah, I know, but she'll be back.
Hopefully, yeah.
She will be back.
Good.
I hope she comes on Thursday.
I'm an absolute monster fan of everything she does.
She's great.
Her and Joseph, their relationship is absolutely tremendous. And Joseph getting out. I mean, the guy, if you don't know much about Joseph Benavidez, go look at the perseverance that guy went through in the number of title fights he had, the number of fights he lost. He kept
actual title fights,
yes,
boys. Not the title fights that we refer to on the show.
But they're married. So,
but
actual title fights.
Stop it. We got to go.
For sure. So, awesome. Guest list was tremendous. Thank you to everyone who came in. Robert Littal was awesome to start us off. AJ Perez came in. David Bearman came in. It was awesome to have him on.
Katie.
Megan Olivi. And then Katie Stupak maybe stole the whole damn show. So she may have sold the whole damn show. I had to go watch her play blackjack because that was the most insane thing.
Going to do that right now.
To her say that I can't count. I can't count.
Not good at the math, Professor.
I can count though, but I don't know. So amazing stuff. Jack crushed it.
Jack,
awesome day.
Phenomenal job, Jack.
Day 3. We are back tomorrow, 10 o'clock Pacific time, 1 p.m. Eastern. Day 3 for BvB. Matt and Dave, join us then.